Megan, are you there? Oh my god, so alarming. We've only been getting ready for the last 15 minutes. Oh, panic. Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome.
You have clicked on a stream of Otome o'clock.
Specifically when the night comes.
Yes, that is the game in which we are playing tonight.
Yes.
Niels.
I feel like Corpse Sun's playing up this music.
So, Megan, how was your week? How's it been? I haven't seen you in so long, since like Saturday.
I actually got to sleep. I don't know what it is about this house. I just can't sleep.
I don't know, man.
It's 'cause the fan-
I think it's the futon is just incredibly uncomfortable.
I think the futon is just incredibly uncomfortable.
it's that
So.
fan. You gotta deny you the fan.
No, I sleep with 2 fans at my own house.
And you have like no air conditioning pretty much.
Yes. To be fair to me, I have no air conditioning at my house. That's why I have 2 fans.
It's either the surface of the sun in this house, or have you tried the polar Arctic North?
Yes.
Like, what if absolute zero was an option?
So my house is warm enough that when I come here, I get cold.
Like right now, I have a tank top on and a fan on me, but also sweatpants because sometimes part of me gets cold, other times part of me gets hot.
Well, you're right on top of this thing.
You're becoming Mother Ashley.
Yeah, I know. So, Otome o'clock. What the hell is it? It's a series where we play indie
romance
games. So that'd be visual novels, traditional Otome titles, and anything in between. We've played so many things. You can look at the videos, but I used to edit them on YouTube. Now we pretty much do VODs until I get the urge to edit anything ever again.
Well,
Fucking exhausting.
we did mention that I would do editing if you would give me the files
Yeah.
on a portable drive.
Fine. We'll do that. The thing we planned.
Okay.
So tonight we are playing, this is like part 3 of Adam, are you good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Adam is our captive audience member. He also is Captain Siam on our D&D playthrough on Saturdays. So let's see here.
And Dante branch a lot in our BG3 game.
Burgers Geek Tree.
And I was Sir Birch Branch a lot in the previous Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs we were doing, and on our previous tabletop campaign.
If you can't hear him, that's fine. He's nowhere near his microphone. He's like
It's not
off in
on
space.
anyway.
Yes, it is.
No, I brought it over here.
She literally just turned it on.
Well, it wasn't on when I checked. What's fucking wrong with you?
Many things.
So we're gonna continue our playthrough. This will be like part 3.
Yeah.
So are we deciding?
Okay. So we're gonna do it like we did last time. You do the player character and like their thoughts,
Okay.
and like I'll be player character thoughts and narration,
Okay.
and I'll be the
Other characters,
yes,
and we'll switch off every break.
and switch off during break.
Habla.
During break.
Habla. Okay.
You're down for what?
All right. So this is the part where we read aloud. Story time. The incessant drip, drip, drip of water guides me forward through the darkness. The stench of damp and decay fills my nostrils as I sink deeper into the corridors of the catacombs. Oh, should we be telling people like a recap of what this game is?
They can just watch the VODs.
Oh shit, okay. The pitch black path is long and winding, and the only sound I can hear is the tap of my boots on the wet stone. Eventually, I see candlelight flickering ahead. It would appear that I've finally found life. Well, kind of. I remember to look for the third door on the left, just as Ezra had instructed, but as I approach, I find it wide open. I peek inside, and a stark contrast between the literal tomb outside and what I find in what is most definitely Finn's quarters is astounding. Before I get the chance to take in the view, a cool breeze brushes past me, ruffling my hair and sending goose flesh prickling across my skin. A small, darkly clad girl appears before me in a flash, her eyes the brightest crimson as they bore into me. She stands with her head tilted and a toothy grin crossing her dark lips.
Are you lost, human?
She stares me down, wide-eyed and quite clearly trying to intimidate me, but she seems playful. I'm here to see Finn. She relaxes at the sound of his name, and her striking gaze sweeps over me like a caress.
You know,
She
that is
shrugs,
one
pursing her
word away from
lips.
being a completely different sentence.
So you're the one he won't shut up about, huh? Well, you do smell good, I guess.
Smell good? Is Finn here? She licks a fang, and I notice how similar some of her more human quirks are to his. She's far less poised than him, but I almost feel like that may be on purpose. I'm in Finn's territory here, neutral territory. So I quell the desire to be defensive, even though her eyes are the color of a creature who drinks human blood.
He's somewhere, here, around. Doing stuff.
Helpful. Her smile widens and she turns to poke at a crystal decanter of whiskey that sits nestled in the corner of one of his many bookcases. Are you part of the clan? A quick nod, almost too quick to catch.
I am.
She pours the rich amber liquid into a glass, swirls it, and sniffs it with dramatic grimace, and then sets it aside untouched. Her nose is still crinkled and barely disguised disgust when she looks at me again.
I wish that thing you're looking for would stop killing hunters, you know? Because that means that more of your type will come. Then more enforcers, which is the last thing we need in this shitty town.
I hear footsteps, loud ones that echo off the stonework in the hallway.
Otto!
I suspect he knew I was here, but the shock is charming nonetheless. He looks at the girl, who throws him a decidedly wicked, wolfish grin, the picture of innocence.
Raven, are you being nice?
Nope.
The girl, Raven, shrugs, sidling up to him and resting her head on his shoulder. She rolls her eyes hard enough that I'm surprised they don't fall back into her skull.
Yes, Dad.
Finn's face drops, his eyes narrowed. I get the impression that if he could blush, his cheeks would be the prettiest shade of pink. I stifle a laugh, and with obvious delight, Raven notices.
Raven?
She laughs, the sound loud and obnoxious, but somehow still charming. She shoves him playfully, but Finn remains stern.
Are you going to introduce me to your friend?
The suggestive waggle of her eyebrows does not go unnoticed, and Finn sighs heavily, offering me an apologetic smile.
Otto, this is Raven. I'm his kid.
There's a low, exasperated rumble of a warning in Finn's throat, and I find myself enjoying the way he bristles in her presence. Finn throws her a death glare, and she proceeds to look guilty, but just a little. He raises a single dark brow at her, and after a quiet scoff, she enthusiastically steps forward and offers me her hand.
It's really nice to meet you, Otto. This guy hasn't stopped gushing about you, so thanks for giving him something new to mope over.
Oh my goodness.
I do not mope.
Okay, the best part about that line, it is incredibly similar to a line from Gideon Emery's probably most famous character, Fenris from Dragon Age 2,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I do not brood.
I wonder if they wrote that for him.
I would think.
Raven rolls her eyes, and I finally take her hand. Her grip is firm, and I wonder if she might be trying to unnerve me when her startling eyes widen exponentially.
Hurt him, and I'll eat you. Got it?
I open my mouth to respond, but before I get the chance, she's laughing again. Finn looks mortified, and he carefully pries her hand from mine and ushers her toward the door.
It's time for you to go, I think.
Raven pouts, raising both of her hands in defense.
I was joking, obviously.
She wasn't joking.
I liked him already.
She offers me a little wave and rises on her tiptoes to press a kiss on Finn's cheek. He looks at her with unabashed fondness, a small smile creeping onto his lips.
Go, say hello to Lux for me, and be good.
He runs his hand over her shorn scalp, and she swats at him playfully, scoffing much like a teenager would at an embarrassing parent.
I'll do more than say hello. Bye, Otto.
Okay, then. We got an achievement. He gives another disapproving rumble, and Finn almost looks like he was about to chase her to administer another pep talk, but he stops himself. And with that, she's gone, the door slamming loudly and shaking in its frame. Finn groans, running an iron hand over his face as he walks to grab the whiskey Raven had poured him. She's interesting. She's your... He sips his drink.
She's a pain in the ass is what she is. But I suppose she's my pain in the ass. I sired her, so she's my responsibility. She jokes about me being her father, but I suppose I am, in a way.
He takes a small sip of whiskey, savoring the taste for a moment before he speaks.
Though I prefer brother, father just makes me sound so...
Old? His laugh is charming.
Yes, old. She tends to look after me much more than I look after her. She's a good kid. I'd be lost without her.
I nod, observing him quietly as he sets down his glass. Sire bonds are powerful, and it's interesting to observe such a casual, healthy dynamic. Did you choose to turn her? He frowns, shaking his head.
Well, no, not exactly.
It's complicated, but I made a choice that I'll have to live with forever.
And so will she.
Literally. I'd seen too many die at the hand of my sire, and something about her struck me. He planned to leave her for dead, but I couldn't let that happen.
He smiles, and it's painfully earnest.
We're kindred spirits, I guess. As much as I have regret for cursing her with immortality, she's the closest thing I have to a family. Now, what brings you to my neck of the underworld?
He leans back against his desk. I need you. I need you. Like, goddamn! He raises his scarred brow, his dark hair falling in his face as he turns to set aside his drink.
You do,
His smile has me rolling my eyes, and I quickly try to distract myself. Let me rephrase that. I need your help. I have a plan, and I think you may be of use. He laughs, a raspy chuckle.
I'm all yours, Hunter.
Oh.
Do with me as you please. Just tell me where and when.
I have a feeling he's not talking about the prison break. I clear my throat, the double entendre making my skin feel hot. He smiles, and I know the bastard can hear the unsteady flutter of my pulse.
So much of this man's room is fucking gilded.
Piper and I are going to attempt to break into the dungeons beneath HQ.
It's just too bad he's gilded.
His pointy ears flicker, almost flattening against his head before they put themselves to rights. He can't seem to mask his surprise, nor his apparent interest.
The dungeons,
He whistles, scuffling his boot against the stone floor.
I can help you, but I may have a favor of my own to ask you if you're bold enough to venture down there.
I narrow my eyes at him, contemplating if I want to tangle myself into yet another web. What is it? He pushes away from the desk, standing tall.
An important member of my clan has gone missing, and I'm positive that they have him. As I'm sure you know, any trust for the enforcers is wavering. I want my friend back. He's done nothing to warrant being thrown in a dungeon.
His hands ball into fists at his sides, his prosthetic flaring brightly before it fades into its usual dormant dull glow. How do you know that they have him?
I don't. They have an excellent defense system that prevents any of us from detecting him. No matter how close we manage to get, he would not just abandon us. He's either detained or dead, and if it's the latter...
Hello, Mr. Necro.
Hi, Mr. Necro.
You're in the perfect place for us to be streaming smut, and it's not smut, it's like a little mild.
I just want to know.
We're just gonna smooch some vampires, you'll be fine. You're sure he wouldn't just leave? Your clan isn't like others. Maybe he wanted to change. He looks frustrated. He runs his fingers through his hair, leaving it messy.
Fierro wouldn't just leave. I know he wouldn't. I trust him more than anyone else in my clan, even Raven. We both suffered at the hands of Levi for centuries. We were healing from that together. He was the only friend I had when I was with Levi. And he saved me more than once. I owe him this. If he's ash and bone in a forest somewhere, then so be it. But if he's okay, then I must save him. The only family creatures like me have are the ones that you find, so I intend to keep them safe as long as I can.
Ask about Fiero.
Why do you think they would take Fiero specifically? If you're sure he's innocent. He shrugs, clearly quite confident in his theory.
Because he's valuable. He's an empath, a powerful one. If he saw something he wasn't supposed to, or even if they just managed to overpower him and get him alone. I rarely let my clan members patrol by themselves, regardless of our supposedly stable relationship with the enforcers of this town. But I was stupid, and Fiero was a good sweet talker. He sent someone in distress in the woods, so I allowed it. Therefore, if anything has happened to him, it's my fault.
Finn prides himself on being the opposite of his sire, and I can see that is eating away at him. You can't place the blame on yourself. You didn't know. Plus, if he is as valuable as they say he is... His eyes light up when they meet mine, his fingers twitching upon the surface of his desk.
Then they could be using him, so he's still alive.
I smile in return, tilting my head this way and that. Well, ish. He laughs, and I can't help but join him.
So you'll check for me?
I nod. I will. Bye-bye.
Yes, I'm here.
That's his full name?
Yes.
The information on Finn's sire is sparse outside of the fact that he was notorious and cruel, and I wonder how much such a seemingly kind man could have followed him for that long. Call it morbid curiosity. Do you mind talking about him? About Levi? Finn grimaces, folding his arms against his broad chest. His posture loses its usual confidence.
I suppose.
I take a seat upon his bed, and he pulls out his desk chair. The first thing I can think to ask him is loaded, but I need to understand. Why did you stay with him for so long? He looks at me wide-eyed for a beat before he manages to formulate a response.
I don't know if I can answer that. I still truly do not know. He was good at making sure you had nothing left to go home to. So he was all that I had. I'm not the kind of man who does well with loneliness.
A wry smile crosses his lips, but Finn looks impossibly sad.
By the way, dude, Seth Gecko called. He wants his tattoos back.
Okay. It's okay, Mr. Necro. Just stay up as long as you want. We'll just sing you to sleep. What did he take from you? He swallows thickly, casting his gaze to the side.
Everything. He took my fiancé, killed him right in front of me before he took my own life. I was an orphan, and I didn't exactly have many friends. Gabriel was truly all I had. He destroyed our home, all of our memories, even took my name from me. He took it all, and he did everything to make sure that I needed him. I followed him like a lost puppy for centuries.
Did you ever try to escape when you found others? He nods.
Many times. I had a few periods of freedom, but he always found me. He tended to collect vampires with abilities like Fiero and myself. Maybe to make up for the fact that, aside from his advanced age, he was truly unremarkable.
And now? He's dead and you're free. You seem to be managing well for someone who endured all of that. He sighs, rubbing the back of his neck with his iron hand.
I'm trying to shape myself into the man I always wanted to be, before the whole being undead thing. I try not to dwell on things that happened to me. I was bitter for long enough, but I cannot change any of it. All I can do is be the opposite of what he wanted me to be.
I smile as I observe him. I register how comfortable I feel in his home. The thought of stepping into the den of a clan before all of this would have set me on edge, but now... You're doing a great job, Finn.
I believe on the Lunaris Games Patreon, there's a short story about Finnegan and Gabriel. It's been a long time. But there might be.
His mouth curls into an earnest grin.
Thank you, Otto. I give you permission to kick my ass if I ever dare to step out of line.
Duly noted.
So what is it you'd like me to do exactly?
Well, no one knows this town quite as well as you. I was hoping you'd have some secret little passageway tucked away for me to use.
There are wards and other nasty little tricks in place to stop people like you, like us, getting in.
I'll worry about that. Now, about that passageway? His grin is wicked, and I think I have my answer.
I'm your guy. Just say when and I'll be there. If you need anything else, just come running.
I bid Finn farewell, and now I only need to find one more friend. I saved the most stubborn till last.
Is it Augustus? Alcar.
No. Alcar's waiting for me when I return to the wolf. It doesn't surprise me anymore when I catch his eyes across the tavern where he's been nursing a mug of ale, clearly pouting. That the pout disappears when he sees me surely counts for something. Though the way his lips thin instantly makes me think perhaps not. Our boy struggling out here?
I'm struggling. I'm like, oh, Alcar, my love. Fuck.
He gets up, movement slow and deliberate, and I remain by the door for a moment, wondering if, hilariously, he's somehow trying to not scare me.
Took you long enough. Was wondering if the bad shit got to you.
Do you need something?
Yes, actually.
Alcar rubs at the back of his neck and gives me a critical once-over, frown deepening. Then he glances behind his shoulder at the sparsely populated tavern. The 3 or 4 people lounging behind about seem deeply engaged with their own conversation, but I nod in understanding. My room? Alcar barks a short, scornful laugh.
So your superior can come knocking on the door and catch us? Not a chance.
Are you saying I'm trying to ambush you? He frowns at me, his tail flicking and then going still. His voice is low and steady when he answers.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm not keen on taking chances right now. Tell me you agree.
As much as I loathe to abandon the promise of a horizontal, not a bare rock surface to lie down on, close my eyes and try to process the day, he's right. And if Alcar has any more information, any more at all, I want to hear it. I need to hear it. All right. Where?
The woods.
The deep, dark woods where I stumbled across a nasty youngling no more than a day ago. Alcar rolls his eyes.
Would you prefer the graveyard where those damn Woodridge twins can probably hear every word we say? Not all of the woods are dangerous. I would know. I live there. Now, I ask that you trust me.
Of course.
I incline my head in understanding and step aside, inviting him to take his leave through the door first. Alcar doesn't move immediately. He stays where he is, his arms crossed, and he regards me with a strange expression. It's not unreadable, but almost as though he doesn't quite know what expression he should be making. Is something the matter?
You're one trusting motherfucker, aren't you?
I scowl at him. You and your friends in this lovely little town aren't giving me a lot of choices. I expect another eye roll, a scoff, a dismissive wave. Instead, Alcar inclines his head, and there's something almost like guilt in his grimace.
Let's go.
Stop being a big meanie. Lunaris is a cold and lonely shell of its daylight form tonight, and I have to almost run to keep up with how quickly, though sure-footedly, Alcar moves through the back alleys. The chill sinks into my bones, and unbidden, I wish I wasn't here. I wish I wasn't following a half-werewolf into the dark unknown towards more mystery. Omen's confession is still ringing in my ears, as do many other things. Did you know that Omen is... Alcar shakes his head, his wolf ears flattening. Not here.
Of course Alcar knows.
Another turn and we've stepped beyond the town's boundary. Trees loom above us, moonlight flooding through the bare branches to afford us some light. Alcar leads me a little further away until the roofs of the houses are barely visible, then turns to me.
A little while ago, I got into a fight with one of your hunters.
He jerks his chin towards the town.
Well, not one of yours exactly, I suppose. since you just got here and all. But one of theirs. Some bloke. Don't even remember his face all that well.
Alcar pauses for a moment, rubbing at his chin almost nervously, his eyes narrowed. But then he shakes himself of it and continues.
It was during a full moon. I had an argument with my sister. Didn't go well.
He grimaces at the memory.
And when I transform, especially if I'm upset, my control isn't as good as it could be. But I know I didn't kill him. Would have damn well remembered that. If you ripped a man apart with your own claws and teeth. But when I came to, he knocked me out, I guess. You hunters and your annoying little gadgets. Your enforcer friends were already swarming over us like hornets. But there was no blood. Not mine, not his.
That doesn't mean you didn't hurt him. Alcar gives me a look.
Okay, smartass. The point is that he vanished. Poof. The enforcers, dragged me off to their fun little dungeon and kept me there for fuck knows how long. A week, I think. Maybe more. And then they just poked and prodded me a bit. Then they let me go. Felt like they wanted to do more. Like they had plans for me. But maybe it was too dangerous to just snuff me, I guess. I know too many people. Ezra, Finn. But here's a question for you. What do you do when a creature hurts a hunter so bad he apparently isn't walking around anymore?
I press my lips together. Nothing pleasant, I know that much, assuming the creature in question was allowed to escape with their life at all. But sometimes they're let go. Marks that are too delicately tied to the order of things to be freely snuffed, as Alcar had so elegantly put it. But surely, if he'd wounded a hunter so terribly, he would have still been in the dungeons. Perhaps Finn or Ezra parlayed for your release. But Alcar is shaking his head.
They didn't. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you hunters don't get retirement leave till you can't walk on two legs anymore. And even then...
Prosthetics exist.
Well, there's always prosthetics. Alcar barks a sharp, bitter laugh, and then shakes his head. But neither he nor I find humor in it, I know. He's quiet for a moment, running a hand through his hair, messing with his clothes, fidgeting, nervous. I step back a pace to let him collect himself. No use pushing for him for anything now, not when he's already so open with telling me everything he knows.
I didn't kill that hunter. I didn't. I wouldn't forget something like that. And I... Enough to never do it by accident. Never.
Alcar's frown is deep, but his words are quietly fierce as they are pleading. I believe you. I believe you. The words are easy to say and easier still that they're true. I know, rationally and instinctively, that Alcar tells the truth. And I'll make them believe it too, if you like. Alcar stares at me in response. No clever words this time, just stares. Arms loose at his sides. Surprise evident on his face. He stares like he's never seen me before. Is something wrong?
Huh? No,
He looks away, scratching at his head. Then he chuckles, sounding so disbelieving it almost hurts to hear it, but at the same time, so relieved. And I have to wonder how many people didn't believe him, not just about this, but about other things too. He mentioned his sister, briefly, and that he had a fight with her on that night. He's never mentioned any family otherwise.
Thanks.
Alcar grins at me, and it's a lot less awkward than I figured it would be. You're welcome. I have another question. Were you aware that Omen comes from hell? Alcar frowns at me, then squints, then snorts.
Of course, where else would he be coming from? The general store?
I hope he doesn't hear the sound of my teeth gnashing as loudly as I hear it, but with the way his ears suddenly stand up and at the cackle, Yeah, if I know how to fucking read, it'd be great. I know he's seen something. I meant, did you know that he's the son of the literal devil?
You were the one who didn't ask.
You weren't giving me a chance to, as I recall.
And why exactly should I have told you? Oh, by the way, we've got a demon prince in town. He's easily spooked, but don't you worry about that because he's harmless. Like that would fly.
He pauses for a moment to consider his own words, then shrugs.
That was his secret to tell, and he didn't have anything to do with the mess that's been cropping up around here, including that fact. Besides, Ezra was the one who chose to offer him a place to stay, same as he offered to help me, help Finn, help anyone who so much as looked like they needed it. Omen came to his door asking for aid. Why would he be different than any of us? Than you, who he took in that night too?
I can think of a few ways a hunter might be different from all those things, but I understand the spirit of it. Omen has good, loyal friends in this town. I understand. Alcar inclines his head in acknowledgement, his eyes sharp. It's more force than I've ever seen from him.
Good.
Then he chuckles and leans away, signifying the conversation is at an end.
See you tomorrow?
Where are you going off to so soon?
Back into my hovel before the big, handsome vampire comes to scold me about staying out in the cold. What else?
And excuse my nosiness, but you look like you've seen some hell yourself, not just the Prince of Hell.
I frown. Am I that obviously rattled? But now that it's been said, I do feel the building held a headache behind my eyes. Not from the ghost of James alone, but from, well, everything. Alcar is staring up at me again, tilting his head this way and that, and making a show of squinting at me.
Yeah, you definitely look floored. Fit for bed.
Well, don't stray too far. I might need you tomorrow. I have a plan.
A plan, Well, don't worry too much. I'll be a stone's throw away, whether you like it or not.
When you need me, you need me. Until then, later. Ashley, I would like you to guess what sort of place in the woods he lives.
Is it Grandma's house?
No, though that is funny.
A cave? A tree stump? He lives in a cave? He lives in a wolf den? He's a cave boy?
He lives in a cave. But
Does he have a bed? Or does he have like some straw he put on the floor?
He does have a bed. He has a bed.
It's an open air
Ezra
concept?
wouldn't let him not have a bed.
He disappears into the tree line, as sure-footed as ever, and once again I'm left alone in this damn forest. I begin to make my way back to the wolf, my mind reeling again, as it always seems to be these days. Though I feel hopeful, my plan seems plausible. The little team of misfit helpers I've managed to assemble more than capable of carrying it out alongside of me. I think. I smile to myself, feeling a little lighter. Then, a rustle. Something moving in the tree line and a little too close to the edge of town for my liking. Wait or advance.
Wait.
I stand my ground, quiet as I try to get a feel for what may be approaching. I can't get a read on its aura, but I know it's certainly not human. Then it lumbers into view. It's hunched over and misshapen with long, gangly limbs that look out of place on its relatively normal-sized body. A single twisted horn grows out of its head, and I spot 3 eyes. The third seems to be new and underdeveloped, and it melds crudely above the existing left socket. It's covered in patches of scraggly fur and scales, and in some places, its skin is entirely burned off, an amalgamation of mismatched parts and pieces that look like they don't belong. That cloudy gaze meets mine, and merely looking at it gives me a headache. There's this weak, demonic aura that makes my body beg me to look away. Then something hits me, something that makes me hesitate to draw my weapon. I cannot place this feeling of complacency, of ease, and nor can I fight it. Is this how my comrades were killed so easily? Does it have some kind of power over us that makes us freeze, become immobile? Or is it the dull ache of familiarity that settles into my gut and makes me pause? The feeling that I shouldn't harm it. That it deserves empathy, mercy. It opens its crooked jaw, melded sinew and mottled skin stretching and splitting to reveal a set of violent, jagged teeth. My body screams at me to fight, but my feet are firmly placed and stuck to the forest floor. My fingers don't move. My weapon is still frustrating safe in its holster. It takes a purposeful step towards me with a low, rattling groan as its teeth bared. My heart races as I stare into the unfocused eyes, all three of them blinking out of sequence. There's a loud ringing in my ears, and I've never felt like this before. My instincts are screaming, pulsing, dying for me to do something. Anything, and yet all I can apparently do is stare down my bitter end. Then, something washes over me, and in a split second I gain perfect, blinding clarity. Run. James. The creature takes another step and howls, a broken, blood-curdling screech. Run. I listen. Pick your route.
Ashley, it's time. Hold on. I will suggest dropping a save first.
And drop a little savey save.
Drop a little savey save. All right, Ashley. Are you prepared to choose your route? Now, you see on this list, everyone's individual.
Yeah.
For the poly romances, you invite them a little bit later after this.
I know I said Ezra and Finn, but I really like August.
Then choose August.
They're my best. They're my blurbo.
You get to see them in their pajamas, I think. Is this pajama scene?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. As though my body already knows where I need to go, where I want to go. My feet carry me toward the headquarters. I don't look back, but I don't hear the rustle of trees and the creature's maddening aura fading. It's heading back into the woods. The town is safe. For now. I was right to assume August would still be in their office. A dull but inviting blue glow emanating from beneath their doors around the corner. I don't think to knock, then the door opens with ease as I press my palm to the wood. August stands quickly, startled by my entrance, the room aglow.
What is it?
They walk towards me. The report they were writing on the left is skewed on their desk. There's quills still dripping ink over the page. I'm a hunter. This is my calling, my life. I've killed far bigger, far scarier things than this, so why do I feel this way? I take a deep breath, shaking and feeling ridiculous that this seems to have affected me. I saw it, I think. The creature. August reaches out, placing a hand upon my shoulder. Their touch is so soothing, enough to ground me and quell my unwelcome nerves.
Are you hurt?
I shake my head. Something happened, like there was this invisible force preventing me from attacking. I felt like I knew it, August. They drop their hand, running long fingers through their hair and turning to sit upon their desk. With a heavy exhale, their shoulders sink.
You're here and you're okay. That's all that matters.
They squeeze their eyes shut, worrying their bottom lip between their teeth.
To think that something might have happened to you. To think
A pause and then a smile. Laughter bubbles forth from their lips, an almost manic sound.
I mean, if we're going technicality, they're named after Roman.
Yeah, Emperor Augustus.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but who do you think the month was named after? But
Yes.
You shouldn't. I don't know if you should ever trust anybody named after a month. You certainly shouldn't trust anybody named after a month they were born in. And you definitely shouldn't trust anybody who was named after a month they weren't born in. because
These
that
have been
makes no
rants by
sense
Adam
at
in the
all.
back. When they open their eyes, their bright gaze meets mine, and August looks happier than I can remember ever seeing them. I find myself smiling in return, my brush with possible death forgotten when I look at them, the sense that with them by my side, nothing can touch me. August?
Forgive me. I just find it entertaining that I could feel this way about someone I've known for a mere week.
Feel this way? A single dark brow climbs toward their hairline, and the lightest flush appears on their cheeks.
I can't possibly imagine what it would be like without you here.
Oh. Funny, because somehow I feel the same.
I like how it's only been a week in game.
Like everything points to August. Like we've been unstoppable if we were together.
Forgive me if I spoke out of line. I know that was unprofessional.
Please don't contact HR. Please don't contact HR. Go on and kiss them.
Yes.
Their boldness seems to waver when I step forward to stand between their long legs.
Whoa.
Wait. What?
It's a Otome attack chopper coming in hot. The invitation too tempting to deny after their little confession. Sweet God, Mr. Necro, you left at the worst time. I can see the bob of their throat when they where they swallow, their knuckles bleeding white as they grip the edge of their desk. The room comes to life, and however jarring their unsteady magic may have been at first, I find myself becoming accustomed to it. Tell me to stop and I will. I rest a tentative hand upon their thigh, and they shift in their spot. The unconscious movement is one of interest, not discomfort.
Don't stop.
Oh my God! I reach to cradle their face in my hand, and it's hard to ignore the way they jolt in surprise to the contact.
Well, I always have to wonder where the comma is in that sentence. Don't stop.
Even though it was clearly anticipated. They quickly cool their momentary surprise, their lips parting as if... Their lips parting as I tilt my head, moving forwards, their lips are brushing in the gentlest of kisses. August's bright eyes remain open, and I wonder if they're unable to allow themselves to sink into the comfort of it. I wonder how long it's been since they've been touched like this. Fuck! It's not as bad as fucking Maid Marian, where they're boning in the fucking woods, and I'm over here with a blanket over my head screaming in agony. I lightly brush my thumb over their flushed cheekbones, feeling warmth blooming. Your hand... Watch me read this, or I can't look at you. Feeling warmth blooming in the wake of my touch, feeling like I'm in a dream when they finally let go and open their mouth in welcome. Their fingers curl in front of my shirt, and they smile against my lips, sending my heart swiftly to its knees. Without any further hesitation, August kisses me fiercely, reverently, and with everything they have. The room brightens around us, pulsing in time with their fluttering heartbeat. I pull away, but only just enough to get a look at them. Their dark lashes kiss the tops of their flushed cheeks, their eyes still closed. They're lost in the moment. They cut off my words, swallowing them with their on their tongue when our mouths meet once more. The kiss is more urgent this time. Like August has been parched for decades, and the only thing that could possibly sustain them. Their fingers seek mine, lacing together and coming to rest at their side. We break apart, our chests heaving, and meeting August's vivid gaze makes my heart flutter. They're so beautiful, so impossibly so, and they're mine. Damn, okay. Megan?
I anticipated change when you arrived, but,
I smile. Wide, wide, wide. Nothing like this? They shake their heads, squeezing my hand.
You were unexpected.
I laugh because, well, yes. Unexpected is one way to put it. Falling for my enforcer was never on the cards, but August is something I cannot resist.
so what now?
When I look at them, I see how far they've come. In such a short time, they found... Fucking shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up right over there.
They haven't come that way yet.
Fuck, now I'm doing it.
I mean, look at it. It's on the far wall.
God damn, we've been going at this for a while. Found the humility and courage to allow themselves to be vulnerable, to question everything they thought they knew, and take a stand. We're all frightened, but August makes me want to be brave, to dig deeper and uncover what secrets
bet.
fester within. August shrugs, a gesture that looks strange on them. But they look happy. We save Lunaris, I suppose? Everything's gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be A-okay.
Mm-hmm. Strangely, I wake up with a smile on my face.
Despite the piece of shit bed you sleep on.
Despite meeting the thing that's been wreaking havoc on this town, and despite the fact that it rendered me useless, well, I didn't get to make out with a cutie.
You did.
Happy. It feels wrong, but I can't ignore the way my chest aches when I think of August. When I think about kissing them. I laugh. I feel so much lighter, somehow. In the bed, feet kicking,
Yeah.
screaming into the pillow.
I'd like you to know, Augustus is not in that bed.
No.
They have a king-size pillow top, feather top.
I felt that would have been too inappropriate.
No, they just have a better bed at their house.
No, I'm saying like it would have been too inappropriate to take it to their house.
Yeah.
Though I can't shake the feeling of that thing staring me down and sizing me up. I think of all the creatures I've encountered in my time as a hunter, and I almost feel like there's something I'm missing. Is it a hybrid? A new species? We were always taught that it's unrealistic to believe that we've discovered every kind of creature that roams the earth. The realms that separate us from them can tear. Tear?
Tear.
The realms that separate us from them can tear. Okay.
Yeah, like a
It's just like
interdimensional
a
tear.
weird sentence fragment. I feel like it should have been connected to whatever. Every day, new horrors are brought upon us. Whatever reason, my brain's like, I don't understand this sentence. But every single one of my instincts is screaming and telling me this is different, that it's not going to be simple. With great effort, I drag myself from the relative comfort of my bed and stare out over surprisingly sunny Lunaris.
You never get that comfortable with your relatives.
I take a seat at my desk and decide to take a moment to observe the stolen notes that Ezra had kindly handed over.
You know, we could actually sort of read them.
Yeah, right?
Damage beyond restoration, magical fire, can't reconstruct.
I scan them, and it's jarring seeing a truly talented witch being so completely and utterly perplexed. I can practically feel his frustration rolling off the page. What's this for?
Those are the notes on the bodies before Ezra was no longer allowed to look at them.
Oh.
It sort of seems like their soul was slurped out of their body.
Slurped soul.
I'm not going to look
Yeah.
at your reaction, but my brain is telling me that creatures are homunculus and they've been harvesting parts from prisoners in the dungeon to make this creature to, I don't know, like some sort of super weapon, stupid bullshit.
I have no commentary.
Live fire consumed everything. Muscles damaged beyond restoration. Magical fire can't reconstruct. Anise and skeletal flower doesn't work. Perhaps a memory spell to recall the events of death. The rune stone should suffice. No good. As if the body doesn't remember the soul's essence at all. A creature that feeds on life source. Perform ritual on crescent moon. Scrying's a far shot, but at this point I've exhausted my options with the corpse, and she deserves a burial by now. Use an extract from the flowers and a spell to ascertain she was well terrified before her death, but nothing more. Can't even tell if death is by burning or other injuries. Then finally, the page is torn where he pressed so hard with his quill. I'm stumped. This complete lack of an intact body would have certainly made his job hard, but a witch of Ezra's skill can cast many spells to determine the cause of death. But all he encountered was a failed spell after failed spell. I set them aside. I have no time today to delve any deeper. Now it's time to write my report for last night. This should be interesting. I check the conveniently placed clock outside of August's office door and take a deep breath. The thought that I'm about to see him again has my heart skipping a beat, and I feel it's a little difficult to wipe the grin off my face. I'm gonna go see the cutie. As I raise my fist to knock, I hear a crash. I forego knocking, pushing the door open to rush inside and check that everything's okay. I scan the room, seeing no August, but then I see a pair of feet sticking out from behind the desk, and then hear a string of muttered curses in a language I don't recognize. August? They pop up. Their hair is a mess, and they have dark, dark bags under their eyes.
Oh, no, is it night already?
I nod, clocking that their clothes are wrinkled, which is odd, very odd. Wait, did you sleep here? They let out a quick, sharp burst of laughter that seemed suspiciously nervous.
Did I fall asleep in my office? Don't be preposterous.
I stare them down, unconvinced. August. They cover their mouth with their hand, coughing quietly.
Yep. Yes.
And his sisters,
Yes, I did.
May, June, and July. April, May, and June.
I had a lot on my mind.
I take a tentative step toward them, and they meet me halfway without hesitation when I reach for them. With an elegant twist of their hand and a flare for violet sparks, the door closes and locks behind me. Oh shit, Megan! What's happening? Is this rated M for mature? Am I have to get the blanket again? I do have a blanket in case I need to bury myself. They bury their face in the warm crook of my shoulder, humming quietly. Oh, that's adorable.
I couldn't stop thinking about what would have happened if you hadn't gotten away from that thing.
Oh, okay.
Selfish, I suppose. But all I really care about is that I have this. Us.
The rating says NC-17.
Oh, we're fucked.
Adam's kidding. It's not NC-17. Don't worry.
Their arms tighten around me, their long fingers curling in the fabric of my shirt.
I finally saw the light in a way.
Do you feel better for finally letting that weight fall from your shoulders? For setting all those pent-up doubts free? They pull back, still clutching my shirt.
Yes, I do. But don't get too smug about it.
I tilt my head, smile playing at the edge of my lips. Terribly sorry, General.
You know how to push my buttons already, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize he was push button.
All boys are push button if you know where to push. Boils, goils. All the in-betweens.
You're dangerous.
I smirk and shrug. If you say so. We stare at each other down for a moment before August reluctantly pries their fingers from my shirt, taking a step back, but not straying too far. They brush a fallen strand of hair behind their ear and clear their throat.
We should set some rules, I suppose, if we're going to do this, whatever this is.
They cast their gaze to the side, apparently anticipating a response, but I let them continue.
How a cool way to treat your gaze.
Then their eyes meet mine once more, and there's something powerful about them, something different.
You're my subordinate, and I'm responsible for you. I just wanted to remind you that I'm still in charge here, while we're both on duty. At work.
You said duty.
He said duty. I clear my throat.
Enter. Advances dialogue and act. Self-voicing disabled.
Stop.
Maybe drop a save so in case you do that again, we don't...
Drop a save, not your phone. Oh god, you remember when the fucking Maid Marian was so bad? I just turned on the voice. And then he had this awful auto-tune reading the fucking sex dialogue. It was, oh my god, so bad. I clear my throat, one of my brows climbing high. And what about when we're not? They flush, their cheeks on the top of their chest blooming a beautiful pink.
Well, that's
Flush your cheeks. You
to
just letting fluid
be
out of your
discovered,
cheeks.
I suppose, isn't it?
They head for their desk, their eyes fixed upon me as I move to take a seat.
Now, let us discuss last night in more detail.
I grin, wonder if they realize what that sentence could also imply.
The creature, I mean.
I settle in the comfortable
That
chair
is the
opposite
creature
them.
stirring.
What did you say?
There's a creature stirring.
Talking about his dick. I settle in the comfortable chair opposite them, my mind reeling as I think about how the hell I'm going to explain this. Firstly, don't think I'm crazy, okay?
Okay.
They don't seem convinced, but I continue regardless. James has been communicating with me somehow. It's like I can hear him, feel him, as if he's right beside me. Their expression remains neutral, that perfectly arched brow raised high. I assume that their silence means that they wish for me to continue. It happened a few times, the most recent being last night. I'm pretty sure he's the reason I'm sitting here right now. He snapped me out of whatever thrall that thing had me under. They process what I've just said with an unreadable expression, and I wait with bated breath and unable to get a read on their aura. We're about to hit an ad, so we're going to take a break.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Back time.
Because I need a lozenge. Right back. And we're back.
And we're switching off, and now I will be doing MC, and Ashley will be doing
Other characters.
Everybody else.
All right. Let her rip.
They process what I've just said with an unreadable expression, and I wait with bated breath, unable to get a read on their aura. Are they going to laugh in my face? Tell me I'm insane?
I see. Well, I'm glad that he decided to help you, Otto. To think what might have become of you had he not, I'd rather not imagine.
I pause, my mouth agape. I'm perplexed. Not even a flinch? You seem rather calm. I expected... They raise their hand.
A lot of things that happen in our world are out of the ordinary, and we can't possibly explain every unusual occurrence. Ghosts are certainly not the strangest thing we deal with. There have been many recorded cases of people claiming they've been contacted by the dead.
If Hunter Lane has somehow managed to communicate with you, then so be it. We can question and attempt to understand it if you wish, but...
I consider that statement, deciding that yet another thing to add to the list would be a hindrance to us all. That won't be necessary.
You felt fine during all of this. Nothing ails you when you experience this connection?
Oh, just crippling migraines. Nothing too bad. I grimace and August notices.
Don't make me come over there.
Keep grimacing. Keep grimacing.
I laugh, kind of hoping they will. I'm not going to protest if you make that choice, General. I've been getting headaches, pretty intense ones. There's a lingering ache in my temple almost constantly, and it flares up whenever he's near. They press their fingers to their lips, looking at me thoughtfully. Then they rise from their chair, walking to stand over me, wiggling their fingers in my direction.
May I? Absolutely.
I nod, smiling wryly.
Keep your eyes on me.
August steps close, pushing their long fingers into my hair. Their thumbs press firmly against my temples. Their long hair rises as if static, a distinct crackle settling around us. I feel a slight tingle permeating my skull, the hairs on the back of my neck standing to attention as I grip the arms of the chair. Their eyes are bright and glowing, a vivid violet. It's pretty enough to distract me from whatever it is that they are doing. If I'm not mistaken, a mark glows atop August's forehead, pulsing and fading before I can fathom what it is.
Just a little longer.
This isn't an unwelcome feeling, but it's a foreign one, though August's soothing voice is reassuring. Their magic carefully dissipates, and the smell of ozone fills my nostrils. Their irises fade back to that familiar pretty blue, and August smiles.
You did well. Was that your first time?
Their touch trails along my cheek before they lean back against the desk, eyeing me pointedly. I huff a laugh, and their smile grows.
The hell is growing?
They look tired but happy.
That's not all they look.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, and so are you. No harm detected.
Oh, that's good.
I should imagine it's rather unnerving having that happen, though. I do hope he's at least polite.
Oh, well, minus the headaches, he's not too bad.
He was a fine hunter, and a valued friend of many, including myself.
And handsome. Incredibly
He's
handsome.
missed terribly. Even more of a reason for us to bring this thing to the ground.
I suddenly ponder the implications if the enforcers are involved with this. To think what it would do to Harry if the very agency he runs ended up being responsible for his husband's death. A loud knock interrupts my train of thought, and August throws me a look. They suddenly seem uncharacteristically nervous. I tilt my head in question.
It's time I made amends. Come in.
The atmosphere immediately grows tense, both of them making up to look at me and nod at each other. Have I been tricked into mediated?
Yep.
Yes, apparently that's exactly what this is.
I hear you have something to say to me.
I let out a breath I didn't realize I'd been holding, thanking the stars that Piper is choosing to break the ice somewhat civilly. August clears their throat, rubbing their forefinger and thumb together. Seeing them unnerved is alarming.
Yes, well, I wanted to apologize, formally.
And for the first time.
Yes, Piper, for the first time. If I could go back and change how I reacted, I would do it in a heartbeat. You didn't deserve any of this. And I'm sorry.
She looks angry, but also a little defeated. I imagine this isn't easy for her. It wouldn't be for me if I were in her shoes.
You really hurt me, August. It will take time for us to get back to where we were.
But Otto told me that you really do wish to make amends, that you're on our side in all of this, so I accept your apology.
Take however long that you need. Whatever I can do to make it easier, I shall. To prove to you that I mean it.
I feel like she is gonna have to sucker punch you once in the gut for this. Piper quirks a single brow, a smile creeping onto her lips.
Well,
I am not arm wrestling you ever again. I'd rather you drove a dagger through my heart, frankly.
That's a bit drastic. Anyway, shall we discuss this plan of yours, Hunter Phil?
I smile at them. Hearing them use my title rather than my name feels strange now, even after their friendly little "I'm your boss" reminder. Then I see Piper's clever gaze flicking between us, and a horrible realization dawns on me. Because remember, hunters can feel people's emotions.
What's all this then?
What's what? She scoffs, planting a hand upon her hip.
Don't play dumb. I see the way they're looking at you, and you at them. August is shit at hiding their emotions, and seeing something other than disdain plastered on that pretty face is unnerving. You didn't go falling for each other now, did you?
No.
August does a terrible job of keeping their cool, their cheeks flushing a bright and impressive pink.
He's gone full uwu. Piper, please. Well, screw me sideways, you bloody did, idiots. Don't worry, my lips are sealed as long as you stay away from one another's whenever I'm around.
The plan. General, you and Ezra will see to the wards whilst Piper and I meet Finn in the catacombs. He'll escort us to the hidden entrance to the dungeons and be our lookout. There, Piper and I will enter and gather as much intel as we can for as long as you're able to stave off the protections. We'll then leave via the exit in the forest, where we'll meet Finn again, making a hasty escape before anyone catches wind.
In theory.
Yes, in theory. August purses their lips, taking in the provided information.
I see. And you're satisfied with this? That this is achievable without any of us getting caught?
Piper and I share a glance, and she nods. I am. Regardless, I think it's necessary. We cannot proceed with our investigation without seeing what they're keeping down there.
Or what they're not keeping down there. This could change the whole investigation, August. Very well, I trust you. Both of you.
Shouldn't.
I guess the next thing for us to do is visit the witch, then.
Piper tilts her head at them, eyes wide, and August sighs deeply.
Sorry, Ezra. Well done, you're getting there. Just try it without the attitude next time, yeah? I'll wait for you at the entrance to the Casimir at the end of the catacombs come nightfall.
Gonna be waiting a long time.
Be careful, Merriman. I know you're capable, but be on your guard.
Piper offers him a small smile, and it seems genuine for the very first time.
Always am, General.
She should have slugged him in the arm, just for old time's sake. The shop is quiet, much like August, as they stand stoically by my side. I spare them a glance, watching how they smooth their freshly pressed, clean outfit. Don't be nervous, Ezra doesn't bite.
You don't know that.
Don't get sassy with me.
I've played this game many times, doing a lot of different routes. Ezra doesn't bite. Finnegan bites. I do know that. I laugh at their non-threatening tone, and Ezra appears from the back room.
Oh, good morning.
August stares almost as if they're paralyzed, and Ezra suddenly flicks his gaze to me, a singular eyebrow rising in question.
I've had it hard enough.
General, didn't you want to speak to Ezra? I contemplate my next move and decide to take my life in my hands, nudging August forward with a gentle hand. Rather than tearing my arm clean from my body, they simply throw me a glare and put themselves to rights as they come to stand in front of the young witch.
Ezra, it's time I apologize to you.
Oh, do really?
Yeah. Oh? Fuck off!
The shock on Ezra's face is evident, but he quickly recovers.
Gus, you don't have to... Yes, I do. I do. In the interest of not being here, explaining all day, I'll keep it
I
short.
should have never left Argyria the way I did. Or at least without giving you an explanation. I owed you that, and I'm sorry I was too caught up in my own issues to bother.
And I certainly shouldn't have treated you the way I did towards the end of your time, under my tuition. My tuition? Tuition?
Yes.
Okay. Nor the time in which we've coexisted here.
You know, I just realized for everybody else, this has to be like watching the outtakes.
So what August means by that is August was Ezra's teacher. Like,
I know, like, that was what the implication of that use of the word was. I've never heard it used in that context, because tuition's usually the cost of schooling.
You see,
not
but
when you're
August
getting
is
tutored.
very fancy.
Yes, but I've never heard the word tuition used as, like, under my tuition. So, because he's a tutor, and that's a person being tutored. So it's a tuition. And I just never heard it used that way before. So I was confused. Like, what?
Yeah, I want to say Argyria is kind of Greek, or I think. It's been so long, and I didn't look at that map very long the first time I saw it. The world map of this game.
You know what Oberon and Lady Adelia were like? They always made comments about how you were surpassing me, about how disappointed they were.
That's because you taught me. I'm powerful because of you. I wouldn't be half the witch I am today if it wasn't for you. I continued my studies long after you left, all from your books.
August looks like they don't quite know what to say. Color rises to their cheeks, and they quickly avert their gazes as Ezra continues. August is having so many emotions right now.
August is having an emotional roller coaster right now.
Why is he so cruel to gays?
For the love of God, Adam, please stop this line of joking semantics. You're killing me. You're actually ending my life. Every time you...
Literal literature.
It hurts.
Now, I'll make it better. There you go.
August looks like... Oh.
August has the highest boobs in the universe. They're like thigh high.
Oh, yeah. And they stay on.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I didn't say anything.
Your skills remain unparalleled, and your parents were fools not to see that. I still look up to you and could still learn from you.
My healing is still something to be desired.
Well, you can't be good at everything.
They share a smile, and August looks like a different person. They stand a little taller, like a huge weight has been lifted. Making amends suits them. So yeah, they used to be like best friends, and then August had a lot of emotions because August had shitty parents, and then August fucking left. Like, they became an enforcer and just fucking left and basically told Ezra to fuck off.
I accept your apology.
I should never have blamed you for the insecurities my parents planted in my head. I can't take back what happened, but we can move forward.
We can. We will.
Ask about where they grew up. What was it like growing up in Argyria?
Incredibly boring, but enchanting nonetheless.
Because you're witches?
Perfectly summed up. There was nothing very special about it, but it was
Boring.
But also
strangely
exciting.
charming.
The only interesting thing to do there was to learn magic. Witches would flock there to learn at the academy August's family ran. Some of the finest witches in all of Escria taught there, including Gus.
Ezra becomes wistful, a fond smile crossing his lips. August, less so. True to their nature, though, they roll their eyes at the compliment.
I'm hardly one of the finest. Liar. I was honored to have you as my guide, no matter what you say. My family couldn't afford the tuition, but Gus saw something in me and took me under their wing anyway. I
fondly remember the look on your mother's face when you told her you would tutor me free of charge.
August grimaces, but their smile betrays them.
I
not
do
completely
miss making Mother angry.
She was just annoyed that everyone could see that people are able to flourish outside of the precious academy.
Ask about moving to Lunaris. What made you both move here?
Harry had visited my parents' academy in search of new recruits, strictly witches. I no longer saw a future for myself in Auguria. My parents had all but disowned me, and it felt good to be needed. The promise that I might do some good if I'd look up a position in the Enforcers was too perfect to pass up at that point in my life.
Ezra clears his throat.
Do you regret it, leaving?
A pause, but just a quick one, and August answers confidently.
No, but I regret how I left. How I left my friends down. Everything happens for a reason, Gus. It's in the past.
What about you, Ezra? His smile fades, softens.
After my father passed, I felt a little useless at home. I worked tirelessly to raise up money to buy my own shop. I just wanted to help people, like he always did, in his own way. Magic was really the only way I knew how, and Lunaris just happened to be the first place where I might be able to afford to start fresh.
I'm so glad things worked out the way they did. Though things may not be perfect, I found family here.
It was just like the cheapest town Ezra could find. It just happened to have an Augustus in it.
And it keeps having a problem where people keep dying horribly, so it keeps the rent cheap. It's a real estate scam.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you.
Meddling witches!
I'm so glad that you were able to resolve your issues. It's nice to see you both like this.
Thank you, Otto. I'm glad too. Now, shall we discuss the plan? I'm pretty well versed in the wards that they use.
It.
So, with the both of us, I doubt they'll stand much of a chance.
Ezra scoffs.
Trust me, they don't.
Piper and I will head into the catacombs to meet Finn, and I assume that he'll be able to tell us when the wards are down? Ezra doesn't hesitate to respond, his words confident.
I can definitely ensure that he knows. Our connection is very strong, specifically mine with his prosthetic. Yes, strong.
Ezra's cheek turned an impressive shade of red, and I can't help but snicker at the situation.
Gus, please.
Oh, but I have a few years of friendly teasing to catch up on, Mr. Leon.
Oh? Does that mean I can tease you about your relationships too?
Ezra clocked us immediately. Without hesitation. August's jaw practically falls to the floor. Their gaze flicks to mine for a quick second.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Messing with his gaze.
Ezra winks at me, and though it's nice to see them teasing each other in jest, I am slightly impressed that Ezra had caught on.
Don't play coy. I haven't seen you this happy in years, and I know it's not work making you glow like that.
I am not glowing.
You're certainly pasty enough to
Darling, you're
glow.
radiating.
I hum, tilting my head and looking him over a little.
Mo?
Suddenly
No.
finding something very interesting on the floor.
You're right.
Maybe a little.
You...
I noticed how
Anyway,
easy
back to the
floor
plan.
patterns
Have you heard from Harry at all since the night of the last murder? He's been around, though he seems to be avoiding me. He's keeping to himself. I cannot label that as suspicious, though. The man did just lose his husband, but I'll keep an eye on his whereabouts.
It's how he lost them that makes it suspicious.
I don't think we won't have to worry about him looking for us, though. He's distracted.
So we're good to go then? They share a look and nod in unison. I see August looking at me, sensing that they want to say something privately. Ezra notices too, and he pulls a piece of parchment out of his pocket.
I just need to get something from out of the back room. Won't be a moment.
Oh, not the back rooms.
As soon as he's disappeared through the curtain, August steps close, nervously rubbing their fingers together.
Promise me you'll be safe. You don't know what they're keeping down there.
Let me give him a smooch.
And give him a smooch. The look on their face is nothing short of terrified, and I can think of only one thing that I long to do to comfort them. Come here.
Excuse me?
I laugh, shaking my head. Please come here. They relax a little when I tug them close and move my hand to cup their cheek. I'll be back before you know it, right here, just like this.
I know you will, but swear it anyway.
I lean in and August tips their chin in invitation. Our lips meet and the kiss is soft and fleeting, but still full of promise.
Hello?
We will meet back up, but not in Ezra's shop. Ezra doesn't need to see that. I swear it. August exhales a shuddery breath, pressing their palms to my chest, their cheeks blossoming pink.
Well, you better be off then, I guess.
To the trapdoor!
Ha!
Goodbye, August. I head back to the wolf to prepare myself, now fully kitted in my armor, my weapons safe in their holster. I begin to slowly make my way towards the main entrance to the catacombs. The air is chilly and the sun is already low in the sky. We must wait until sunset to ensure Finn and the clan can safely assist. But as each minute passes by, my gut feels heavy with anticipation.
We were right there, because I'm like, Frankenfurter. Anticipation.
I hope this works. I hope we don't get caught. More for Piper and August than for myself. So many people relying on me. I absolutely cannot let them down. The flickering golden candlelight is almost comforting as I head deeper into the catacombs. I know I'm safe here now that I'm aware it's only Finn's clan that lingers, but there's something about being down here that has my guard up. I smile to myself, thinking that the scariest thing that might actually jump out at me would probably be Raven. I turn the corner and find the place where Piper and I agree to meet. There's no sign of her, but then I am a little early. With a deep sigh, I lean against the wall, listening to the steady drip, drip, drip of water upon the stone. Then, Finn appears before me as if out of thin air.
Good evening.
I greet him with a smile, pleased to have some company. Hello, Finn.
Merriman late, or are you just a stickler for being on time?
I shrug, pushing away from the wall. The latter. I doubt Piper is ever late. The grin that crosses his face tells me otherwise.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I could tell you some stories that involve too much rum and...
He stops, rolling his eyes. Maybe another
time.
Piper emerges from the shadows, her eyes carefully fixed upon Finn.
Stop telling stories, Casimir. Can't a lady be hungover once or twice in her lifetime?
Finn throws his head back and laughs heartily, clutching his stomach.
Once or twice, sure. Let's not get too deep into such unsavory tales, shall we?
He quickly straightens up, his smile fading. The way his eyes widen tell me I definitely do want Piper to get into such unsavory tales. Alas, maybe at a more appropriate time. Remind me to take you to the tavern for a drink, but we should really get a move on. Piper nudges Finn as she passes, winking at me as we fall in a step, him trailing quietly behind us.
We'll save it for when the sun is out. Can't stop me then, can he?
I mean,
As we head deeper into the tunnels, everything feels different.
And blue.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-die. There's no longer that comforting golden glow, the jagged stonework now illuminated by unnervingly still, vibrant blue mage light. Piper's demeanor changes, and I hear Finn pipe up behind us.
We're not in my territory anymore. Stay alert.
Then he suddenly stops in front of us, bringing us to a halt.
Wait, stop here. I can feel the barrier. It's close. So now what?
I stare at Finn's prosthetic, the etchings glowing but still dull. We wait for Ezra's signal. We wait for Finn's RGB arm to start up.
Right.
We stand in silence and Finn begins to shift where he stands. It seems unnatural for him to look so nervous.
Casimir, if you don't stand still...
He huffs, clearly frustrated.
Fiero, you will look for him, won't you?
Piper narrows her eyes, but her expression quickly softens when she looks at me.
We'll look for him.
We will.
Thank you. I know you may not be able to free him if he is there, but just tell him we'll get him out, whatever it takes.
Then Finn's arm begins to thrum, the markings coming to life and illuminating the tunnel. He looks down at his glowing palm, flexing his fingers, and he smiles.
It's go time.
Let's do this.
Be careful,
Leroy Jenkins.
both of you. And listen out for my signal from the forest exit. I'll alert you the second you need to get out. I'll see you on the...
Oh.
We watch him leave and he disappears into the darkness.
Well, let's find out what those bastards are hiding, shall we?
I believe a thing called love. I sigh, wondering what we do if we find nothing, if this is all a dangerous waste of our time. If anything. Piper scoffs, nudging me in the ribs with her elbow.
It's all right if we come up short. We'll just go back to knowing fuck all.
Comforting, really. Really comforting. Surprisingly, or maybe not, the entrance to the dungeons remains unguarded, and that unnerving yet familiar blue mage light guides our way. Piper eagerly rushes towards the first empty cell, eyeing the small, frail, fey-like creature that's huddled in the corner. She picks up the clipboard that rests in a wooden holder beside the door.
I remember you. Not one of my catches, but a good one.
The Fae lifts her head, smiling and exposing a shining row of razor-sharp teeth. She snickers, to sound more a hiss than a laugh. We move to the next, doing the same, checking the paperwork. A demon this time. Its powers are subdued by the enchanted cuffs that anchor it to the wall. Piper scoffs, clearly unamused as we make our way down the row, finding no hunters, no Aya.
Bullshit. She has to be down here somewhere.
Eventually, after what feels like forever, we find a cell that piques Piper's interest. And in the shrouded darkness, I see a single crimson eye staring back at us, and the figure cautiously approaches. He looks gaunt for a vampire, his clothes hanging off his slender frame, his cheeks drawn and cut far sharper than what the beauty of his immortality may have already afforded him. Piper surges forward, curling her fingers around the thick iron bars.
Fiero, what have they done to you?
Fiero. Piper, what are you doing here? Oh, no, that's you. Sorry.
Oh, you bitch.
His voice is deep. I try and fail to get a read on his aura.
Oh, you know, just taking a stroll. What do you bloody think?
His bright gaze flicks to me and he shakes his head, his blank expression unchanging.
You'll get no reading from me, Hunter.
Then I remember he's an empath, skilled in both masking his own emotions and reading others. I wonder just how powerful he is. Well, he just fucking detected that you were trying to read his aura.
Right.
Finn and the clan have been looking for you. He blinks, his movements groggy.
I don't doubt that. Please tell them not to try and break me out. I've no doubt that Finnegan will be dramatic when you tell him my whereabouts. Of course he will.
Piper grabs his notes, tutting loudly as she scans the page.
Oh, Fiero. Unsanctioned feeding on an enforcer. Resisting arrest. You naughty boy.
You know that's not true. They appear to have set me up quite beautifully.
Why you? What happened? The stillness is unnerving after being around vampires like Finn. Vampires who do an excellent job at fooling you into thinking they're at least a little bit human.
I sensed someone in a great deal of distress in the forest. I didn't want to rally the whole clan for something that was likely insignificant, so I managed to convince Finnegan to allow me to investigate alone. I discovered a wounded enforcer near the outskirts of town. They'd been bitten, probably by a wandering youngling by the looks of the mess that had been made of them. I tried to help, to assist them in getting back into town, but I quickly realized the enforcers had me surrounded. They apprehended me, and I've been here ever since.
Piper growls, roughly shoving the clipboard back in its holder.
What the fuck are they doing? Harry struck a deal with your clan long ago, and you don't cause any trouble. If anything, you do a better job of keeping the town safe than most of the other hunters.
Fiero blinks at her, his mouth twitching ever so slightly.
You like that. No good deed goes unpunished, Piper.
Fiero is one of my favorite vampires in the game. To be fair, you only meet 3 vampires. I do really like Fiero.
I hate to... Oh, it's you.
I hate to think it, but I have to ask. Have they hurt you at all?
They have not beaten me, nor have they tried to, and I'm not interested in being a troublesome prisoner.
I feel a butt coming.
But they have been taking my blood. You fucking what? That seems pretty important. Leading with that would have been handy.
His lips twitch as if he might be considering smiling. He rolls up his sleeve and his forearm is covered in angry bruises. I've never seen a vampire mark this easily unless they've been starving you. He covers his arm, nodding. So they're not giving him blood, but they are taking his blood.
Yes.
Piper's gaze is fixed firmly upon the ground, her brows furrowed. She's restless and agitated. I am too.
What could they possibly want your blood for?
I wish I knew. Because Fiero's text is white and so's Ottome's.
Yeah. None of this makes sense.
Ask about other prisoners.
Meh.
Sorry, I had to fucking glare at him.
That's valid.
Have you seen any humans being brought down here, specifically hunters?
They keep the others far away from me, as you can see.
He's right. There are at least 5 or 6 empty cells between him and the next occupied one.
Though, I might have sensed something. I assumed at first it was my hunger dulling my senses, but...
His brow furrows.
I'm confused about what species they are. Their scent is... unnatural.
Unusual how?
It wasn't a human, but it also wasn't something I'm familiar with either. No creature that I've come across, anyway. And I've lived long enough to know when something isn't right, when something is new.
I look at Piper, and she's doing everything she can to avoid eye contact. She's thinking about Aya. I can feel worry rolling off her in waves. Fiero is just like getting smacked in the face with Piper's worry, and Fiero's just like, can you stop?
He has like an umbrella, and he's just like holding it in front of him, and she's like thrashing.
Piper.
I need to know if my friend is alive.
Fiero offers her a sorry look, the most animated he's been thus far. I suspect that he can feel her pain and her anger.
I wish I could offer some clarity, but I cannot. All I know is that your enforcers aren't the honorable agency they claim to be. Something dangerous is afoot.
She visibly deflates, her shoulders sagging, and her balled fists relaxing.
What are they doing? I've dedicated my life to these people, so have you.
I nod, a lump in my throat. I feel sick, everything inside me screaming, telling me this is all wrong. If Aya has been here, there'll be a trace. There has to be.
You're right, we should keep looking.
I clutch the bars, getting closer to Fiero. I can't set him free right now, not when we don't know how much time we have, but I won't leave him here to wither and die. We'll get you out of here, soon.
Somehow I don't doubt that, Hunter.
Piper tugs at my sleeve.
We may not have much time.
Fiero quietly sinks back into the darkness of his cell, and I watch him settle upon the ground.
Could have gotten him like a little juice box.
It pains me to leave him, but I know he'll be okay. I don't know. Can vampires drink from hunters?
Do you know that, though?
Don't remember. He survived Levi. He can survive this. I wonder if Levi took his eyeball. Like Levi.
Jeans?
Yes, had a
Leviathan
Wranglers.
Casimir.
Levi Wrangler Casimir. Levi Wrangler Jordache Casimir.
Oh, assassin.
God.
Sometimes you just gotta drive straight into the fucking joke. It's the only way it makes it palatable. You got 17 minutes, Broham.
Josephus? Okay. We find the warden's desk and rifle through the doors with haste, and Piper gasps as she sets her sights on a bundle of prisoner manifestos. The type that should be outside the cells.
These are incomplete. What are they tucked away in here?
She reads them quickly, her eyes frantic as she scans the messy writing. I see her resisting the urge to crumple the parchment. She hands it to me and turns away, her hands in her hair. All of the other occupied cells had their paperwork neatly displayed outside, listed as their species, arrest date, offense, and an abundance of useless little details to keep the enforcers busy. But these two apparently hidden sheets that Piper has given me are different. General Io Walker and General Azazel Ripley.
General Ayahuasca?
No.
Azazel. Who is this Azazel? Piper turns to face me.
The hunter that Alcar fought with.
Oh, shit. And he's in a cell? They arrested him for getting attacked? I hate to say it for what feels like the trillionth time, but what the fuck?
They checked Aya out of her cell last night. Him too. Fuck! But look.
She points at the time scribbled next to their names, and there's only a check out. They haven't come back? It's been over 24 hours.
They haven't come back.
Then a loud banging echoes from down the hallway.
I mean, just when you thought this wasn't hoity-toity enough, look at all that French they're speaking.
The fuck are you talking about?
The kind of French you're meant to pardon. Never mind, forget it.
He gets the quiet button.
Then a loud banging echoes from down the hallway, and Piper quickly snatches the manifests from my hands, shoving them into her shirt. Put them in the titties!
Titty pocket. Let's go.
We move as fast as we can while staying cautious. Finn has signaled us for a reason, be it an enforcer guard approaching or the wards being recast. Either way, we need to get out of here. We hear muffled voices drawing near and quickly flatten ourselves against the wall, but we're not hidden. The forest exit is in sight, our escape. Piper turns to look at me.
It's your call, General.
I'm letting you decide.
Alright, so there's people chasing us.
No, it's just like a guard rotation.
And we're not hidden.
We're not hidden, but the exit is right there.
Fuck it, we ball.
Piper waits patiently while I decide, trying my hardest not to waste time. If we run, we might alert them to our presence. If we don't... I close my eyes, shutting everything else out around me. I can hear them, two people seemingly not aware of our presence. Yet. Casual conversation, footsteps drawing near, but from the dungeon entrance far away from us. I open my eyes and hold up my hand, signaling for Piper to wait.
We can make it. I know we can.
I shake my head listening, waiting. Their voices grow quieter, footsteps upon a staircase, and then they're gone. Go now. We step forward, pushing open the heavy door with ease. Cool, crisp air hits my face, and I spot a tall figure waiting for us.
You made it.
He ushers us away from the door, pushing it closed as quietly as he can.
Follow me.
He leads us just a short distance away and into a small clearing where we can still see the surprisingly well-hidden dungeon exit.
What did you find?
Enough to tell us who we truly cannot trust. Finn's mouth is set in a thin line and he nods, taking the hint not to pry further just yet.
There are guards approaching. A routine perimeter search. You should head out.
We should split up, just to be safe. I'll head home and get these hidden.
She pats her pocket where the manifests are safely tucked away. Her booby pocket.
Is there security?
What?
I mean,
Yes,
well,
there
I
are
guess-
booby traps.
Thank you, Megan.
Just what I've always wanted, being left alone in the fucking woods again.
Every goddamn time. The clan are scattered around the forest. If you see the creature, don't engage. Not after what happened to Otto.
Piper nods, her face grim.
Later.
I turn to Finn quickly, needing to tell him about his friend. Fiero is in there. He's alive. Well, ish.
He's alive.
I smile at his obvious glee. We found Fiero. We found evidence. We got in and out without getting detected. Tonight was not wasted, and neither was it a complete disaster.
Thank you. I owe you a debt of gratitude.
He helped us too. He had information, and we found something that might actually help us make waves. Then, before he can respond, he freezes up, eyes wide, fists clenched, and he looks at me with a stern gaze.
You need to go. Now. They're close. I'll distract them if need be. You being caught out here after papers gone missing, there is not something we want them to put together. Head south. A friend is waiting for you. Didn't think we'd leave you out here all alone again, did you?
It's Elgar. A friend?
Just go.
The tone of his voice tells me I don't have time to question him. He's right, too. I shouldn't be seen here, no matter how innocent it might look on the surface.
Your cover is start making out immediately with Finn.
August would be
so put out.
So upset. I head south as instructed, hearing a rustling in the tree line. It's Elgar.
Hey.
If you're doing Elkar's route, you get a smooch here.
Aww.
Also, if you were doing Ezra and Finn's route, you would have gotten a kiss in the part we just passed. I stopped dead in my tracks at the sight of him huffing. Hey yourself, so you're the friend then?
I'm the friend, whatever that means. Come on, follow me, keep up.
Elgar keeps glancing over his shoulder at me as we move deeper into the forest, following a trail in the dirt so faint I could barely detect it. I almost want to tell him that he needn't be worried about me disappearing in a puff of smoke, but the weighty grim silence and what I have just learned kills the comment in my chest. It takes some time for me to realize, but the boulder in the woods Elgar eventually stops at has an outline of an opening to it. With a smirk thrown over his shoulder at me, he bends and presses his palm into the dirt. So this is where you've been hiding all this time?
It's pretty new, but Omen started hanging around more. Sometimes he wanted to stay with me, wanted to give Ezra space, so...
I watch his shoulders rise and fall in a sharp, short shrug.
Can't leave him out in the cold, even if he doesn't feel it. Speaking of, he's down here with me.
With a final grunt, Elgar slides back what seems to be a patch of grass and dirt. The entrance's disguise impressively convincing. He reveals a narrow stone staircase leading down under the earth. I come to stand next to him, peering into the abyss. It's not that it is dark down there. I can see the dim glow of a fire, and I can tell it's warmer down there than up here.
Ezra's a miracle worker, huh? And Finn. You won't believe what a clan of vampires and a witch with a desire to nurture you at any given opportunity can do once they put their minds to it.
With a smirk, he beckons me to go on ahead. I oblige and hear him slide the hatch door close above our heads.
Girl, when you said cave, I wasn't thinking of this is actually a nice little hobbit hole. I was thinking he's on the floor, there's a patch of dirt with some straw, and he's curled up, or maybe he has a doggy bed.
So, that was probably his old place, but then, Omen was like, Elgar, can I stay with you sometimes? And it's Elgar was like, shit, I gotta
get furniture, man. This cardboard box and a plastic patio chair, not cutting it.
Gotta get furniture if you're gonna have a cutie at your house.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a very long descent, some 10, 12 steps at most. I find myself standing in a circular, brightly but gently lit space. Its stone walls, partly hidden by curtains, strewn about the place, softening the impression that it's, well, a cave. The strings of light are clearly Ezra's idea. There are cushions and chairs on all sides of the room, though, and I have to wonder if Alcar broke into Piper's house to take some decor notes from her. I resolve to ask him later, as a familiar figure curled up and fuming on one of the couches draws my attention immediately.
Otto!
Omen hops to his feet, dusting his hands on his trousers. The movement sends a flutter of empty candy wrappers on the floor, causing him to flush bright red, turn, and try to pick them up. Alcar snorts as he comes to sit down next to Omen. Well, next to where Omen just vacated. He waves a careless hand.
Worry about them later. Or maybe you can do that burn trick again. Oh,
Owen gives me a nervous look, then his face relaxes and he smiles. The wrappers catch fire with barely a flicker of his power and burn to nothing. It's the first display of his power Omen has showed me, and he sits back down and picks up a cushion to hug. I think he's more relaxed than he's ever been.
he's so cute.
This scene right here is where you enter, if you chose one of these two, you enter the polyamorous route for Omen and Alcar.
All right. We have 6 minutes till. You want to take a break now?
Take break now.
Take break now. We are going to take another break. So we'll be back in like 5 minutes or so. So I apologize for commercials, but they're about to happen. Okay. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
And we're back. I hope you enjoyed those.
And we're
lovely
back.
It's beautiful, beautiful ads. And also it gave us the time to drink
That
some
gives us
goddamn water.
20 cents.
2 whole pennies. Alright, now we're switching. I'm going to be doing
Auto.
narration and Otto, the main character.
And I'll be everybody else.
Alcar gives him a pat on the back and grins, gesturing towards me.
See, that's all right. Yes, of course.
Omen turns and regards me for a moment. Then he smiles, shy, soft, and relieved. I find myself feeling the same, whether or not I can move my facial muscles to mirror his. Glad to see you're here. I was getting worried. I can see the surprise on his face before he laughs it away, covering his mouth with the back of one hand.
I appreciate your concern, but given everything, maybe I should be the one worrying. I was, actually, but...
Omen glances to the side, sheepish. Behind him, Alcar is mouthing something.
With his sister.
Oh, I nod along, not sure what exactly to say. Omen hasn't been one to volunteer much information on himself and his sister beyond the big reveal, and at this point, I'm not sure if it would be more or less awkward to ask. After all, I'm fairly sure that they're not in any sense responsible for things going to shit around here. Not with what I know now. Fairly sure.
Figured he should be staying out of sight when he can burst into flames at any moment.
Omen whips around to face him, and I can hear the fluster in his voice.
I was not.
Alcar shrugs lazily, shooting me a shit-eating grin as though to try to rope me into the teasing. If it counts as teasing, I see the tail of Omen's hair already gaining a cherry red wisp-like quality.
Okay, so there was a little mini comic that when Lunaris Games still had a Tumblr, they posted, and it was Alcar randomly giving Omen a kiss, and they were sitting on that couch back there in the background. And Omen caught fire because he was flustered. And then Alcar just started, like, beating out the fire with a pillow.
That's hilarious. Why don't they have a Tumblr anymore?
It wasn't very active, and they got rid of it.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. You look at him, Megan.
Don't worry. You look cute when you're on fire.
Omen groans, burying his face in his hands. I stifle a laugh despite myself and come to sit down next to Alcar on the couch. Omen gives me a sharp look like I've done him a small betrayal, but joins Alcar on the other side. He picks up a cushion and holds it close to his chest. We sit in silence for a long minute, and then the most peace I've had for a very long time, especially since coming to Lunaris. These two don't know much of anything, I realize. Well, perhaps not much more than me, even though Alcar has clearly been snooping around, and Omen possibly, definitely, carries his own bag of secrets. But at this moment, in relation to all of this, perhaps we're the same. There's some comfort in that, to not be the only one in the dark.
Pass me the jar.
I can see Omen startle out of the corner of my eye. I don't even know what. I think he's just clearing his throat to be an ass.
No, I was actually just clearing my throat.
I don't.
You know what? I'm looking at you and I don't believe you. When I glance his way, it's to catch a flash of guilt on his face, and then he bends over to retrieve something. He services back up with a mostly empty glass jar of wrapped candies.
Omen! Ezra's gonna fucking kill me, buddy.
We could just.
Bad.
You said help yourself.
Listen, it's fine. We'll just say the three of us ate the entire jar together, and we made sure that Omen didn't eat the entire jar.
Alcar reaches for the jar, but Omen holds it away from him. Show me your tongue, Omen. Omen's eyes widen and Alcar leans back away from us with a not-so-subtle snicker. I glare at him, which he shrugs off with a roll of his eyes, and we look at Omen expectantly. The son of Satan takes a sharp breath, then sticks out his tongue out at me, just enough to mock. I think you should take your allergy seriously.
Well, I think demons ought to be allowed to take their indulgences seriously.
Alcar laughs then, open and full of mirth and not like any sound I've ever quite heard from him before. He ruffles Omen's hair, then gives him a long ear a slight tweak. That's how you
That's how you show him attitude. Yeah. See? You're learning.
From the best, I gather.
I want to say Omen's tongue is very long and black.
Omen blinks, then laughs too, an awkward chuckle that he still tries to stifle behind a hand. Alcar's wolf ears relax, and I see his face soften to something very bright and very fond. You two are outrageously cute. It's almost comical how quickly they separate. Omen almost hops off the edge of the couch with the speed of his retreat. His face and hair turn bright red.
His hair turns bright red?
Yep.
Now that's embarrassment.
He's a demon when
He's got mood hair?
Yes.
Yes. When he's overly emotional, his glamour drops, and he actually has hair that looks like his hair is fire when he's in demon form.
Is my hair out? While he sputters something incoherent, Alcar leans away from me like I've just insulted his entire family. Interesting. Never say that. Oh, sorry.
Never say that again.
I can't help but
Never
grin at
step
how
on my lines again.
I never help but grin and how emphatically he says that. Can't handle a bit of truth, can you?
No. We're friends. Friendship.
He nods vigorously, mostly to himself, I think, and clutches the cushion closer to his chest, his eyes looking everywhere but at me.
Clutching cushions?
Yes. He's holding a cushion to his chest.
Alcar head whips around at the speed of light, his wolf ears flattening to his soft hair. Whatever expression is on his face that I can't see makes Oben pause. He stares back, jaw slack.
Ah, shit. Of course, they pull out the
Ya
demon
le
language.
hug Badiana. Then he covers his face with a pillow to muffle the rest of whatever that was. Alcar turns back to him, expression grim. Now
look what you've done. He's fucking steaming.
Omen smacks Alcar's knee hard, at which point I decide, and the two of them ought to be grateful for my graciousness, that perhaps it's safe and time to leave. Chuckling, I rise from the couch and take a step away, putting some good, much-needed distance between the pair and the mess they're quickly falling apart in.
Just kiss already, goddammit.
All right, you two win. You're married. I got it. No! Alcar gives me a narrow-eyed look. Interesting enough, I see his fluffy tail curl around Omen, almost protectively, and Omen's own tail wraps around the fur, twisting in. Coincidence? I don't think so. It's like this, Hunter Phil? Smart cookie. They do some of the best thinking around. But saying so might get a half lichen at my throat. At least, I gather as such from the way Alcar's shoulders are tense, so I keep my mouth shut. Likely he would do me no harm, but even so. Besides, staying right here affords me the best view of this mess. I cross my arms, fighting the amusement down. Of all the revelations in this town, this is the most welcome one yet. I'd better head out then.
Shame, but stay safe and all that. Not that you need that Chad, big and strong as you are.
Does Omen have his tail pierced?
Yes.
That's cute.
Good night.
Alcar glowers at me, but I distinctly hear no further protest from him. Are they embarrassed that people know they're in a relationship? Are they shy?
They were doing that will they won't they thing, and we have just cracked the shell of the will they won't they. And I was basically like, are you two just gonna fucking kiss or what?
I head straight for the shop when I leave the forest without incident, remembering my promise to Ezra and August that I'd let them know that I was safe. I push the door open and spot Ezra and Finn in a somewhat heated debate. They both straighten up when they see me, Finn apparently too distracted to anticipate my arrival. His eyes are wide for a moment before he settles back into that implacable stillness.
And guess what time it is?
We were getting worried.
It's polyamory time. Well, this would have been polyamory if you went down.
He steps toward me, leaving Finn where he was apparently stuck in place. Finn said you found Fiero? I'm so relieved. Oh, I just totally steamrolled over your line. Yes, Fiero's alive. We should get him out of there as soon as we can. They aren't exactly treating him with kindness. I looked at Finn, anticipating an outburst. It'd be justified. They've been taking his blood and starving him.
What for? What could they possibly need with his blood?
I see a hint of black flicker in the whites of his eyes. The first time I've witnessed his poised facade wavering.
Facade?
Facade!
God.
A facade! His poised, hovering.
Hovering.
A glimpse of the creature that lingeries with him.
I had champagne.
I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Ezra reaches out and lays a hand upon his arm, a warning. It works, calming whatever threatens to the surface.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. We'll get him back. You know we will.
Finn pulls his arm away, the movement a little too quick to be anything other than agitated. There's a clear and unusual tension between them tonight, something I can't quite place.
There's a clear and present danger.
So were they in a relationship before, or was it also a will they, won't they,
Okay.
until you're like, hey, so you guys gonna smooch?
So this is what happened. They were in a relationship, and then the murder started, and then the enforcers and hunters in the whole town started looking at the supernatural creatures, except for witches. Witches are okay.
Because they need them.
This other supernatural creature's really weird and suspiciously, and Finn basically told Ezra, we need to take a break, mostly to keep people from being rude to Ezra and thinking bad things about Ezra.
Okay. There's a clear and unusual tension between them tonight, something I can't quite place. I seem to be collecting secrets quite efficiently lately, so I can't hurt to try and pry another.
Secrets.
And maybe help diffuse whatever this is. Are you two okay? Finn almost looks straight through me. Ezra's eyes widen, but he recovers quickly. His smile strangely earnest.
What do you mean?
Whatever could you mean?
Mother and father aren't fighting. It's okay, honey.
I don't mean to interfere, but you both seem so tense. Is something wrong?
We just had a little disagreement. It happens, especially with all of this going on.
Ezra's gaze snaps to Finn. Eyes cannot connect. Focusing and holding Finn before a colleague sharply. Apparently willing to be a little more open than the witch.
You'll have to excuse Ashley. She just got back from
I made the
Scotland.
decision that I would be more mindful and keep my distance from Ezra. Him being seen with me made the enforcers make his life a living hell, which he will vigorously deny.
Ezra opens his mouth to protest, but Finn pointedly continues. He softens then, a fond look in his eyes as his gaze flicks between us. Adam, fucking park it in the garage and shut the fucking door.
You cannot live your life with them breathing down your neck. I know what they do to people who they feel threatened by, or who they'd like to use as a scapegoat. Look at Fierro. You hold knowledge from working with them. They're afraid of you.
I refuse to stand by and let those I care about get hurt. I've had enough.
I
And
wanna
if
take an
staying
active
away
part
helps
in
them get
people
off
I
your
care about
back, helps
getting hurt.
protect you, then so be it.
We're stronger together. We're stronger together. Wait. Yes.
Ah! I see a flaw in his logic, however thoughtful his explanation might seem. Don't you think you're stronger together? That we're all stronger together? Playing fucking relationship therapist over here. I know he means well, but from being in Lunaris and being around this weird and wonderful little family I've joined, I've come to see that strength really is better in numbers.
Using logic.
I roll my eyes, hoping he sees my point. I understand where you're coming from with
That's
this.
weird. Most people roll their R's.
But in such a situation, don't you think it's better to take some risks? Being away from those you care about truly only does more harm than good. Your presence gives them strength, and you face consequences together.
Finn, you're expecting to be everywhere and nowhere at once. And we're all taking risks here.
Exactly. Please tell me you at least see how much better we are with you around as part of this unit. He looks to the side, a brighter smile forming before he returns his gaze to us.
I've lived a long time. I may be a little overly cautious, but yes, I see. Just fucking kiss already.
Go on and kiss the boy. They share another look, something private. And the way Ezra's cheeks darken under his golden gaze doesn't go unnoticed.
Finn's eyes are gold, 'cause he drinks primarily from
The
Ezra.
love tonight. There's history here, something precious and fully formed. They both seem so lost, Much like all the other wandering souls in this town. Maybe they just need a little push.
You two look good together.
You seem to care about one another a great deal. I hope I've helped, even a little. Ezra bites his lip, fiddling with his sleeve, casting Finn a lingering glance. The vampire hasn't taken his eyes off him, not once.
Well, I'm used to having so much company, being surrounded by those that I love. So going from that to whatever this is has been hard.
See, Finnegan, you hurt Ezra's feelings.
You hurt the baby. Now say you're sorry.
I do care
sorry.
about you immensely.
He continues to look at Ezra, his fingers twitching at his side.
I can't bear the thought of you paying dire consequences for being seen with me, but the thought of stepping back and letting it happen sickens me more.
Silence hangs between them, between all of us, and yet they still look at each other like that.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed. You should talk without me here. I will leave.
I mean, that would be nice. They're going upstairs.
Ezra's like,
They're going
okay,
upstairs.
nice. It's so good to see you. We'll have to do brunch some other time. Please get the fuck out of my house. Thank you, goodbye. When the beaded curtains are rocking, don't come in a knocking. I groan, checking I have all my weapons upon my person before I make a keen beeline for the door. You look good together. You are good together, clearly.
Are you trying to play matchmaker, Otto?
Bitch, I'm fucking succeeding.
I'm not playing, I'm winning.
That's
I'm
right.
a matchmaker.
Ezra scoffs, lashes dipping.
It's working.
Annoyingly and embarrassingly, I feel a yawn brewing, unable to stifle it. My fatigue is suddenly catching up to me, and I find two pairs of wide eyes staring at me.
Tired, are you? Tired of your shit?
Just a little. I should go. They both smile at me, watching me as I part the curtain to leave. Thank you for today. For everything.
Rest well, Otto.
I know those two won't.
No.
They're going to bed.
Absolutely not.
Do you think when they do the that, like, Finn has to have a hot pad on for a little while, so it's not, like, too bad? He's got to put himself in the microwave. He's going to put himself on high for, like, a minute. It's like, all right, babe, I'm almost ready.
Ezra has magic. It's fine. Also, fun side note that you don't find out until, I think, a DLC. Alcar and Finn have hooked up, obviously, before Ezra and Finn got together. But the werewolf did bone the... Well, the vampire boned the werewolf.
Okay. I'm glad that you made that distinction. Everyone was really needed to know that detail. Thank you for that.
I'm sorry, the werewolf's a bottom.
Does that mean Omen's the top?
Yes.
Omen's a soft top. That's cute. The cool air hits my face, invigorating me enough to help me drag myself towards my bed. I take a few steps away from the shop and I hear a familiar voice calling my name. It better be August. I turn, smiling when I see them. Yes!
I was hoping I'd catch you. We've much to discuss, I'm sure, but allow me to be a little selfish tonight, will you? Can I escort you home?
Escort me to my bed.
Augustus Willingham is doing a lot of things, but sleeping in that bed is not one of them.
My smile widens and I can do little to deny them, not when my heart sings at the mere sight of them. I'd like that very much. I eagerly take their hand and we crowd close as we head for the wolf. The wolf is overfull and bustling tonight, and August and I manage to enter without really drawing anyone's attention. We stay close as we head for the bar, and August rests their hand at the base of my spine, leaning in to press their lips to my ear.
You really should lay low and get some rest, you know. As tempting as drowning one's sorrows sounds.
I wholeheartedly agree, but I'm not ready to say goodnight to them just yet. I have a craving for company, no matter how heavy my eyelids feel. I agree, but would you like to accompany me? They tense up as if caught off guard by my proposal. I'll see that you get inside safely. Then a smile, and August is comfortable in their skin again. Come.
I bet.
Already have. Ah! They let me lead the way, their eyes lingering on the densely packed crowd until we begin our ascent. I let the door click shut behind us, turning to watch August curiously take in the sight of my room. It's not very impressive, is it?
Do you want me to lie to you to save your feelings?
You catty bitch. Well, next time you should take me to your house. I snort, shaking my head. Well, I've had worse than this, but it's still certainly far from luxurious. We really should try and find you somewhere nicer to stay. How about your house, huh?
You'd think the agency would want to treat the person who is supposed to be our saving grace to at least a mattress that doesn't look so lumpy.
I pass them and take a seat upon said lumpy mattress, tapping the space beside me. It's not that lumpy. Come on, try it.
I mean,
If you insist. What? Oh, sorry. Listen, I don't want to flirt with you, Megan. Ew.
Okay.
I watch them intently as they settle beside me, their hips wiggling as they try to get comfortable. I know it's a fruitless task, but I do love the face they're pulling.
I can only apologize on behalf of the enforcers for this torture we're putting you through. I'll ensure that whoever was put in charge of your accommodation is reprimanded at once.
Why do I feel
There's
like
no other place to stay in town. Where do you want me to sleep? The iMac?
I laugh, nudging them gently and reaching to take their hands in my own. These hands surely can cause much harm, and I've not even scratched the surface when it comes to seeing what they can do, but they're soft and elegant, their fingers long and unmarked, beautiful just like August.
Having fun there.
It's been a long day, and I crave their contact, their warmth. I bring their hand to my lips, pressing a kiss to their knuckles. Just admiring you.
I'm certainly not going to stop you.
You really were incredible today. Both you and Piper. Casimir only filled me in very briefly in passing, but
Ooh.
I'm proud to have you both as my hunters.
They squeeze my hand, staring down at the point of contact. We couldn't have done it without you and Ezra. It was an excellent show of teamwork.
Yes, I suppose it was.
With a heavy sigh, August's smile fades, replaced with something that looks a lot like sadness and apprehension.
Everything is about to change quite drastically, isn't it? How am I supposed to go to work each day and serve the agency knowing what we know?
I turn to face them, making sure they're looking at me. You're not like them. You can help us change this, fix this. You're a good person, August. They swallow thickly, blue eyes wide.
oh my.
You really think that, don't you? Sorry, Megan.
Bar?
Hit fucking space bar. I nod, maybe a little too enthusiastically. I do. We sit in comfortable silence for a while, nothing but muted sound of laughter and glasses clinking coming from the tavern downstairs.
I gotta imagine that's what living above a bar feels like.
Yeah. Eventually, August gazes at the clock on my nightstand, sighing heavily.
I should head home. I haven't slept in my bed for almost 2 days now.
Mooch! I hate to see you leave.
And I hate to leave.
I smile, twirling a long strand of their silvering hair around my finger. Promise me that you'll go straight home, not to the office. With a playful sigh, they nod.
I promise, General.
Fucking office romance. Oh, forbidden love.
It's general admission over here.
The way one of their brows climbs toward their hairline doesn't go unnoticed, and they keep calling me... Them calling me that does... something. I gently curl my fingers in the front of their shirt, pulling them closer. Their breath hitches and I press our lips together. It's slow, sensual. I'll surely not forget it until the next time I get that privilege. We rest our foreheads together when we part, both smiling, eyes bright.
If this is you trying to get me to go home to sleep, you're doing a terrible job.
Oh, Augustus, you would never do anything on this bed.
I huff a laugh, still tasting them upon my tongue. Oh, boy. I can't find it in me to apologize. I mean, you could just take me to your house. I mean, I'm portable. Very reluctantly, we pry ourselves apart. Yeah, you can pick me up and take me places.
You think Augustus could pick someone up?
He's got magic. And Augustus stands to leave.
Good night, then, I suppose.
Good night, August. Before they have a chance to take a step towards the door, it slams open, hitting the wall with a thud. There stands a bloodied and beaten Aurora, a disheveled shell, the calm and collected woman I met just a week ago. Megan, who the fuck is Aurora?
One of the Woodridge twins.
Oh, okay.
That bitch!
I quickly move to stand by August's side. Magic flickers about their fingertips, their eyes bright, glowing vivid violet. I place my arm in front of them to tell them I have this. Aurora, what do you want? She leans against the door frame, leaving a bloody handprint upon the wood. With a deep, ragged breath.
Hunter Phil, Enforcer Willenheim. I think I may require your assistance.
Has her brother been kidnapped?
No, she got her shit rocked.
Well, no shit. Her brother's been brother-napped.
Her brother's being taken care of by a very pretty demoness. Her brother's fine. There is a quite literal hottie taking care of him. Hunter Phil. I think I may require your assistance.
August sighs heavily beside me, relaxing their tense posture and stepping forward.
Miss Woodridge, did you really just storm your way through the tavern looking like that?
Aurora's stance is visibly off kilter, her legs shaking as she slides her hand down the door frame. She's covered in blood, but the injuries I can see are a few scratches on her forearm. It's too much just be her own from a quick once-over. She blinks at them once, twice, and then completely and utterly blanks them, turning to me.
Like I said, I require some assistance.
Why is she dressed in a nightgown? They offer me a grimace, and I see her beginning to falter in the corner of my eye. I rush her aside in time to catch her before she slumps to the ground. Who or what did this to you? I help her settle in the bed, August and I standing side by side as we wait for her response.
I encountered a little trouble on my evening walk.
August scoffs at that, staring at the nails and ignored her pointed glare. When you say trouble...
A creature. The one that's been giving you, Hunter, some actual work to do. Strange, because the first time I encountered it, it was far less hostile. I beg your pardon?
In a split second, the atmosphere changes, literally. August's fingers spark vivid violet, their eyes alight, and they loom over the wounded woman with a fierce gaze. We watching. To say I'm enamored with the way August lights up like this would be an understatement. There's something in the way the air feels when they use their magic. It's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
You mean to tell me that you've been liaising with the thing that's been killing my hunters? And you do it with a smile and a shrug.
Oh no, the consequences of your actions. Oh no. I take a step closer to her, placing my hand upon August's arm. Their magic carefully dissipates, fizzling out until it's nothing but sparks at their fingertips. As they offer me a soft smile, Aurora scoffs loudly.
You've got to be kidding me. So that's why you're all alone up here, That must be tricky for you and that precious moral code of yours, Willenheim.
I should arrest you for being in contempt of the agency. You're lucky you came to us with when you did. Aurora pouts and averts her gaze, as if doing so will minimize our presence.
Lucky? I don't consider stooping to such a low level in coming to you as lucky.
Oh, it'd be an awful shame if I just told you to fuck off and you figure out your shit by yourself.
But I have no other choice.
No, you don't.
We shouldn't stay here. It's too dangerous having her in such a public place.
Where do you suggest? The garbage? The dump? The dump where all the trash goes? With a heavy groan, August rolls their
I
eyes.
suppose my house would be the wisest. I am an enforcer after all. If we're going to be seen, then at least it will look like official business.
We just walk her through the tavern covered in blood.
How comfortable are you with being, theatrical?
I just want to go to bed. After successful exercise and distraction back at the Wolf, we rush Aurora across town to August's rather impressive abode without further incident. They stare at her with a crinkled nose as she removes her shoes to the door, apparently disgusted at the thought of having her covered in blood in their impeccably clean living area.
Just don't get blood on the sofa. Please.
Noted.
I take in my surroundings, and this home couldn't possibly be owned by anyone other than Augustus Willingham. This is beautiful, August.
Thank you. It's nice having my own little sanctuary, though I don't spend as much time here as I would like.
I gravitate towards them, as I so often seem to these days, our fingers brushing as I take a seat beside them. Aurora clears her throat, her eyebrows climbing high as she stares at us from across the room.
Are you quite finished? I'd like to go home if we can get this over with.
I quickly withdraw my touch, placing my hands in my lap, but the urge to reach out and touch them lingers.
Explain exactly what you've been up to, Miss Woodridge. In detail.
She crosses
No,
her
she
legs,
still has her tail.
smoothing the rumpled, dirty fabric of her skirt. August watches, appreciative of her attempt to collect herself, but perceptive that none of her filth makes contact with their home. No more than it must, at least.
August, you know Ezra has cleaning spells. You know.
Yeah, but this bitch is dirty on a whole nother level.
That's fair. Firstly, in the interest of protecting myself, I want you to assure me that what I say here won't be used against me. From what I gather, you're working against the enforcers, so I suppose you'd do well to agree to this condition.
August looks at me for confirmation, and I shrug, knowing that she's right. We can't afford for her to go to them at this point, to go to anyone but us. It stays between us.
Good. Now I understand that you're aware that the level of creature activity has increased here in Lunaris as of late, Enforcer Willenheim?
August nods.
Yes, but Harry has done an excellent job in putting systems in place to ensure that we're on top of it. The number of fatalities has significantly dropped in the last year, if that's what you're getting at.
Aurora hums, contemplating their statement with a tilt of her head.
Lunaris had the lowest mortality rate of any town in the whole of Escria until very recently. Did you know that?
They shift uncomfortably in their seat, avoiding eye contact with the both of us.
I mean, that is rather like being the valedictorian of summer school, but sure.
She's playing a game, almost mocking August's obvious intelligence, I presume.
Of course I was aware of that, yes. Don't you think that's awfully strange, that all of a sudden one of the most peaceful areas would turn into the epicenter of creature activity? That one day they began descending upon us in droves, stronger and faster than before? Did no one in your agency investigate a potential cause?
I look at them again, assessing their reaction. My interest is considerably piqued. Lunaris was never on my radar before I was called here. I only knew of its existence because of Harry and James' notoriety, so I certainly didn't know this. Esquira is made up of cities and towns far larger than Lunaris, so for Aurora to claim that this sleepy little place is the hotspot for creature activity is beyond alarming. August? With a deep breath, August responds.
I'm aware that there was an investigation, but that nothing was found. We chalked it up to the simple fact that we aren't doing a good enough job of eliminating the creatures as a country. That they are multiplying at a rate far quicker than we and everyone else can effectively handle.
Another quiet hum. I gather she's simply testing them. Aurora knows a lot more than she's letting on. Clearly, and it brings back a touch to her knowing resolve.
So why in the last year has that magically gotten better? Until these recent murders began, Lunaris was relatively peaceful again, wouldn't you say? Not as peaceful as before, but an improvement was seen, yes. I'm no wiser than you, really, Enforcer, but I do know that the thing committing these murders is no ordinary creature. And I know that the method in which your precious leader has used to fix the problem is an unsavory one. But something isn't right here in Lunaris. Something is drawing them here. And whatever that something is, it's making them stronger.
Tell us what happened last night. How did you find the creature? Aurora daintily clasped her hands on her lap, taking her time to respond.
I often check the graveyard and the forest surrounding the Ibex before I sleep. I like to know that there's no creatures out there that may need my help. You have Lux for that. Does she not do her job sufficiently enough? Lux is an incredible guard, but she doesn't care for the creatures in the way that I do. She simply serves to protect us, not them.
Yeah, nobody cares like you do.
What do you require? Why do you require a night guard exactly? Before Aurora can speak, August pipes up.
Because we were fed up of them calling in problems and using up our limited resources. The only real issues they ever had was some angry townsfolk with a kitchen knife.
If you hadn't already noticed, the Ibex isn't exactly popular around here, so we assigned Lux as an unofficial guard to keep watch. Anyway, as I was saying, I did my usual nightly check, and I heard something in distress in the forest. I found a creature. The creature. A ghastly-looking thing, but it was crying.
Crying? August lets out a tiny little burst of laughter, quickly covering their mouth once the sound had escaped.
I cannot explain, but that's what it sounded like. Hunched over against a tree trunk, clutching the bark, just wailing. I approached it. It simply ignored me and retreated into the forest. But...
She holds out her arm. The gash is deep and angry.
As you can see, it wasn't so uninterested in me this time. It attacked me, pinned me to the ground. I only escaped because it heard something and scurried off. Shit!
I look at August, and they're pinching the bridge of their nose, their eyes closed. I look at Aurora, taking note of her confidence and her poise. It's impressive, but I can't help but wonder, how the hell does she know all this information she just unloaded on us? You know an awful lot about the Enforcers, even more than us, apparently. How? She shrugs, nonchalant, not quite getting the gravity of the situation, I feel.
People talk.
To the twins that alienate everyone by telling them they deserve to get gobbled up by monsters for daring to be afraid. Sounds unlikely.
Believe it or not, there are people in this sad little town that are more afraid of the Enforcers and your hunter pets than they are of the monsters. They see you talking to the things that lurk in the catacombs, the vampires, the lichen, the demon. They may smile and seem friendly, but they are just as much of an untamed creature as the ones that lurk in the woods that you don't allow to drink in the tavern or sleep in your beds.
I watch as August rises and walks to stand in front of the fire. Aurora hasn't taken her eyes off me, her expression inscrutable. You need to see a healer. She shrugs, uncaring, sparing her bleeding arm a fleeting glance.
Like I said, it's just a scratch. I hope it gets infected.
I hope you get infected. I hope your arm falls off.
They're right.
You don't know what the hell that thing is. And you're already unsettling enough without suddenly sprouting horns.
You should seek out Ezra, and at least we'll know he'll be discreet.
She stands and quickly heads to the
Come on, you
door,
could do better than Ezra.
as if the moment to leave this place couldn't have come sooner. Before she reaches for the handle.
Wait. Yes?
Don't forget this kindness we've shown you here tonight. We could have thrown you in the dungeons for what you've been withholding, but I'd rather not see someone else disappear.
Even if it's you.
Though our beliefs may differ,
Wow.
we are here to protect you.
Well.
I stand to join him, a show of solidarity in that promise. Aurora may not believe their words, but their purpose has always been to protect everyone. Stay out of the woods, Aurora. Creatures like this are not something you play house with. Make no mistake, this is something even you cannot feel sympathy for. It's killed mindlessly and unprompted. She smiles, and for the first time it seems genuine, if not a little reserved.
I'll come straight to you if I see it again, and Ashley clicked the space bar.
Shut
before
the
I was
hell up.
done.
Finally, in the comfort of privacy. I just couldn't listen to that bitch for another second. I offer August a
Wait,
sympathetic
that bitch was
look.
me.
Like I said, I couldn't listen to that bitch for another second.
Oh my goodness.
Finally, in the comfort of privacy, I offer August a sympathetic look as they turn to face me. They look as tired as I feel. Honey, can we just curl up on your couch? It looks so much more comfortable than the shitty-ass mattress back at the hotel. That was a lot.
Is it bad that I remain unfazed by such conversation? Not knowing a bloody thing has become the norm, apparently.
They take a seat, sinking deep into the cushions with a grateful groan.
This town is infested with secrets. I can't wait until all of this is over. If it ever will be.
How am I supposed to do my job and protect these people when I'm left so in the dark?
You care enough to keep trying, and that's all that matters. The people of Lunaris are lucky to have you, August. They look up at me, a gentle smile on their face. It touches their eyes this time, something that affectionate, reserved just for me. It'll be morning soon. With a heavy sigh, August curls her legs up beneath him.
With a sigh like that, it sounds like he's mourning right now.
Are you finished, Megan?
Yet another night of no rest. What's new in this town, Fun fact, my dream last night included me flipping off my sister several times.
It's good that I can help you live your dreams, Megan.
I suppose I'd better try and get an hour or two of sleep.
A pointed look and I suspect suggestion lingers on the tip of their tongue. One that they might be hesitant to utter.
Yep,
Rest with them. Rest with them.
So I take it upon myself to make the suggestion myself. Or rather, I take a seat beside them, kicking off my boots and placing them neatly at the foot of the sofa. August's eyes grow wide when I offer them my arm, but they do not hesitate to sink into my embrace. Just an hour or two? They smile as they nuzzle against my side, eyelashes already fluttering closed.
Just an hour or two.
The weight of having them pressed against me lulls us both into a calming sense of peace. Finally.
That's a big fucking couch. They got big fucking couches.
In no time at all, August and I fall into a deep, comfortable sleep. I wake, barely refreshed, but with an inkling.
We've got 10 minutes.
A gut feeling.
You could do it in 10 minutes.
Or something. How much is left?
We're not finishing the game tonight.
I was just like, listen, it's either 2 minutes or 2 years.
I've played this game so many fucking times.
All right, I get it. You've played this game a lot. Oh my god.
We'll probably finish it next time.
Okay, so you want to stop here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so we can leave as much possible for next time.
Yeah.
Without leaving too much.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just, next time we do this, we'll just play until we finish.
Yeah.
Is it where we have this?
Yeah.
And then we have that scene. Yeah. And then we have that.
Yeah.
It's like this and like this and like that. And
and then I think we have...
Mm-hmm.
I think we have 4 or 5 major plot points to go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you were dating Omen and Alcar, or just Omen, you would have a special scene here.
you'd be here by now.
Like, saucy scene?
No, just like...
Cuddle puddle?
No. We'll find out next time.
Okay. So that's been us. The next time you will see our faces streaming will be on Saturday at noon Eastern time zone thing.
Yeah.
We're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons. We have a homebrew campaign. It's pirates. We got a flying ship. We're all fake creatures and one birdman. That would be Captain Siam. And we're all fucking silly. And art thieves. And it's whimsy and magical and chaotic good enough. And I love it. And maybe one of these centuries I'll stream more than like twice a week if I can find the energy. or something that I actually want to stream.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, is finding something to stream.
Yeah, like I could stream Rogue Trader, but I don't think anybody wants to watch me look at text at Rogue Trader.
I mean, like, if I streamed from home, I would need another monitor, and I do have another monitor. It's just approximately the size of a regular laptop screen.
Okay.
So
And I don't think the cord is long enough to go from the only place I have space to the back of my computer tower.
That is a problem.
I should have a look at your space and what you have.
Adam is a wizard. He's a spatial wizard.
I mean, I put all this together.
I can take a picture of it.
No.
Adam has to be in the space to make his magic happen.
Oh, God, that means I have to fold my laundry. Fuck.
We've been there. We've all had to fold our laundry eventually. But that's enough for one night.
Yeah, that's enough for one night.
This has been Otome O'Clock.
This has been Otome O'Clock.
We're geeked out. This is the thing we
Yes.
do. Follow Megan on Blue Sky. What's the Blue Sky?
Well, follow us on Blue Sky.
Yeah, follow us on Blue Sky. You can follow me /us on Tumblr.
At Geeked Out Games. At G33KD0UTGAMES.bluesky.social.
And Tumblr, Concerned Commissar. Look up Ashley A. Button. You'll find me there. I post all kinds of bullshit. You can see updates on our different cosplay projects that we work on too. I might have some update photos going up there tomorrow for Work in Progress Wednesday. We'll see what's
For
up.
cosplays. We're just
Exciting.
waiting for like a nice Sunday for us to do more cosplay stuff.
We have to get the bucket out and dye the rest of the goddamn coat
The bucket?
fabric.
Do you mean the propane?
Yeah, the propane.
The portable
Sand,
stove,
yeah.
and the like goes almost to the top of my hip pot that we
Yeah.
have to fill with water.
Oh, gee, we're dyeing fabric. This is the most in depth we've ever gone for a cosplay, isn't it?
Yes.
And
And
it's
then
gonna,
the
bro, it's
water
gonna be
ta-
so fucking worth it.
The water takes so long to fucking boil. That's the worst part.
Yeah. So is the weather looking good next week? Or are you gonna be here next week?
Yes, I'm gonna be here next week.
Okay, so next week, if the weather's good, we're gonna dye the fabric.
I don't know if the weather's good. Wait, hold on. No, not this Sunday. I don't know about next Sunday. Hold on.
You mean Saturday?
Next Saturday. Next Saturday we're streaming. We don't have
Are you gonna be here for the weekend then?
probably.
So 2 nights of no sleep. Actually, 3 nights.
At that point, I'm just popping out the futon full size. See if I can actually sleep then.
I love the liberty she takes in this house.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Do we need to still be streaming for this?
No.
Okay. This is the part where I end the show. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Thank you for clicking on the stream and saying just hanging out and existing with us in your second monitor. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna go now. Bye. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.